Hello, my name is Mordred Viking and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Total War Warhammer 2 with a bit of a difference. So something which Creative Assembly actually managed to keep under their hats really rather impressively is the fact that alongside the overhaul of the Beastmen nation, there was also a rework of the Dwarfs and the introduction of a new legendary lord, which is of course Thorek Ironbrow. And Thorek is kind of interesting in the same way that Marcus is interesting because Thorek starts in Lustria. So he is there facing off against the Lizardmen, against the Vampire Coast, against the potentially Beastmen, against the Savage Orcs and everybody, Night Elves, Dark Elves, even not Night Elves, this is a different world, and all of the other madness that happens basically in Lustria. So I'm really excited about that. We're not just going to be facing off against the vampire counts and the orcs like basically every other dwarven campaign. This one's going to be something a bit different. The other thing with the rework is runes. Runes have been massively changed. You can now apply runes separately to equipment, to characters. So no longer do runes take up a very valuable follower slot. They have their own. They are also have a new way of creating runes during battle, so they don't work like the Winds of Magic, because that would make zero sense. The dwarves don't have anything to do with the Winds of Magic. We will introduce that because, as you can probably guess from the Anvil of Doom which Thorek rides, and that is his unique mount, he is a Runelord, so we will be using quite a lot with the runes for this. I do want to set a couple of expectations before we set off on this at the moment. So while I do have the new DLC enabled, I am not allowed to show you the two new legendary lords, which is why I'm in the pre-selection screen right here, focused on Thorek. They will be in the campaign. We may continue this game beyond the embargo where I'm then allowed to show those, which is why I'm doing it. But if we come up against those guys, we're not allowed to fight them. We are allowed to do diplomacy if they appear as a diplomacy thing. And if we come up against any of the new units, we have to also resolve it. So those are a couple of the rules which I am having to work around at the moment. So not allowed to show you the new DLC stuff, not allowed to show you the new units, but that shouldn't really affect the dwarves. I did a very quick overview to see who we're up against, and in this area we're in the southern spine of Sotek. It's going to be possibly Lizardmen, although we actually start in fairly decent relation to them, so that's more likely to be an alliance. Orcs. And Khalida, Tomb Kings. So yeah, Jungle Dwarfs, that is exactly who we are playing here. So, what can we say about the Dwarfs? Well, they have access to the Forge, collect valuable trading goods and spend Oath Gold to craft magic items and powerful runes. Grudges. Scores against the Dwarves must be settled by any and all means necessary to keep order. Roster of heavily armoured units with strong leadership and a variety of deadly war machines. Heck yeah. The Forge plays into... Nerd Rage Fred, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Let me guess, you were just playing Warhammer as well. I'm going to guess that you probably were. So what is special about Thorek? Well, his quest is to find the lost artifacts from the Dwarven Golden Era, which were left in Lustria. There are two Dwarven realms here. We do still have the spine of Sotek Dwarves. They are to our north. I thought that we would have replaced them, but we're not. We're separate. And then we also have Ironbrow's Expedition, who starts in the southern mountains, and will probably work to confederate the other guys as soon as we can. We start in a alliance with them, I believe. So we need to basically adventure around Lustria, find these various pieces of old artifacts, and then reforge them through the forge mechanics. And Thorek has a bunch of additional things that he can create as like the bestest craftsman ever type deal. Hey mate, yeah, I was just going through all the new stuff. Nice. Yeah, as soon as I saw that they were doing a rework of the dwarves, it's like, right, we're doing a dwarf campaign. Like Lizardmen and Beastmen, it's all fine, but dwarves! So what else do we have? We are suitable climate jungle, so alongside the mountains which the dwarves usually favour, they can also settle in the jungles. Oath gold from buildings plus 50%, oath gold from crafting runes minus 50%, hero recruit rank plus 5 for the runesmiths, Upkeep minus 25% for Runesmith heroes. Lord effects plus 3 armor piercing weapon damage, plus 10 armor for everybody in his army, which suits me so well. I love that stat. And then also, interestingly, reload time reduction plus 15% for bolt throwers, grudge throwers, and quarrelers. So kind of similar to Marcus, where his huntsmen are really good. Our quarrelers are going to be really good. Less of a focus on gunpowder, which is going to be interesting. Can't spell war without dwarves. That's true. I had not noticed that before. Interesting. Have I got a new camera? The lighting, you look a lot clearer. No, I just reset things a little bit. So basically my camera flips between two behaviors, and I basically have two profiles to suit those behaviors, and at the moment it's in the slightly clearer one, so I don't know. Cameras be cameras. Time to explain to the mummies that gunpowder, runes, and rage beats out statues, skeletons, and fancy magics. Exactly. We start with a unit of longbeards with great weapons. We start with a unit of iron breakers. And also a grudge thrower, because awesome. We're going to play this on hard, just because I've basically decided hard is the difficulty I like playing it at the most, and battles are keeping on normal, because higher level battles suck. The Dowie have suffered through an age of terror and loss. Battling against the hordes of enemies, they have sought to chip away at their proud legacy. Yet on the perilous shores of Lustria, Thorek Ironbrow hopes to unearth the key to their revival. Powerful and ancient relics of their ancestors, long ago stolen from the dwarves, are said to lie hidden in the continent. Using the Damaskron as his guide, Thorek has resolved to find them and their might reclaim the greatness of the centuries past. I actually finished it. Yes! I could have gone a bit slower. How much am I allowed to show you? I'm allowed to show you all of the dwarven stuff, but if we come across any new Beastmen or Lizardmen units, I will have to auto-resolve that battle. And I'm also not allowed to show you the two legendary lords, but that's fine, because I haven't. You've missed that opportunity already. But if we come up across them in the campaign, we're allowed to do diplomacy and everything as normal. I've just realised I don't have my teacup up here.
From one land infested with blasted Raki to another. It seems the only difference is the heat. These vermin best stay out of my way, else they'll meet the mighty steel of my hammer. It seems a local clan has made their home here. Might be they know something about the ancient vaults that lie hidden in these strange mountains. This forsaken continent may be where the purpose of my journey is fulfilled. If the old texts speak true, a trove of ancient Dowie artifacts lays buried somewhere near, hidden amidst these strange, forgotten ruins of centuries past. This land could hold the key to restoring the proud legacy of our people. In King Cazador's name, I will unearth the lost relics of our ancestors and bring glory to the Dowie once more.
The intro isn't by the old dude. I think the intro is done by the old guy if it's the Mortal Empires campaign, but this is Vortex. And I will say that this is the Vortex one. I thought it was really cool with Marcus, where you're like the only man of the Empire in Lustria, and this one, we are the only dwarf. Well, one of two dwarves in Lustria. How they play: Ironbrow's Expedition. It is Thorek Ironbrow's personal quest to seek out the lost artifacts of the dwarves' golden age. By collecting parts of ancient items recorded in the Book of Grudges, he can return them to the artifact vault and reforge them to receive their powerful benefits. Accessed via the forge, the artifact vault reveals the location of each artifact part, which can only be retrieved through the occupation or military alliance. Experts in binding the winds of magic to stone or metal, dwarves can use oath gold in conjunction with trade resources to make magical weapons, armour, talismans and enchanted items to improve their strength in battle. The dwarves maintain a record of all grievances committed against them in the Damaskron, their Book of Grudges. Losses suffered by the dwarf factions are recorded, so that they may be avenged later. Dwarves use the underway to travel beneath otherwise impassable terrain. Okie dokie. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following faction: Clan Mange. Our foes are numerous, and each of them stands in the way of our glory. Capture their nearby settlement and demonstrate the true power of the Anvil of Doom. Do I actually start with the anvil?
Thorek Ironbrow.
I don't. That is something we will have to create. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it on the screen for a second as I dash downstairs and go and grab my teacup, because I can't believe I left that down there. I got the tea, but no cup. Back in 2 minutes. All tea but no cup is how the Boston Tea Party started. Yeah, true. Okay, so teacup is done, and we can talk about some of the new stuff. So first of all, let's take a look at the runes system. Oh, runes still do go here. Interesting. So we have the character runes. Obtain and equip character runes here to improve your character. Character runes are primarily gained by crafting, so we'll look at the crafting system in a moment. And then we do have extra runes. Adds explosive damage that reduces enemy leadership assigned to an artillery unit. Rune of Stoicism. +8 bonus versus large, and also expert charge defense assigned to a non-character unit. And then we've got Craggy, Assistant at the Forge. Miscast base chance -15%. When Thorek's long-suffering assistant pays sufficient attention to his master's gruff commands, few can match the Master Runelord's prowess at the Anvil of Doom. Sweet. Alright, so skills. Fiery Temper. Cooldown -20% for the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Causes fear. Exacting Standards. Hero action success chance 15% for runesmiths. Passive ability Master Rune of Stormny Redbeard for runesmiths. Shared cooldown -10% for all rune magic. That's pretty nice. Ornery Overseer. Oath gold from buildings +200%, but only in the local province. Construction cost -15 for all buildings, and construction time -20 for all buildings. Runic Talisman. Master Rune of Spite. Gives himself a ward save as well, and causes damage around himself. Proven Tools. Flaxen's Rune of Seeking. Anti-large projectiles hone in on targets for Grudge Throwers. Armour piercing damage +50% for Quarrelers. And Rune of Burning. Projectiles cause explosive damage and reduce leadership for Bolt Throwers. Explosive Bolt Throwers. Aren't those basically just missile launchers in that case? Runic Production Lines. Charge bonus +7 for the army. And the entire army gets Frenzy. Okay. Interesting. Rune of Speed. +45% speed. +24 melee attack. Rune of Oath and Steel. Armor. Okay, both of these AoEs. That's good. Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Causes fire damage. Explosion. Huzzah! Strong versus a single unit. Good against armor. Damping, enemy winds of magic goes down. Rune of Slowness is a single target. Charge bonus, speed and buff reduction, and then also speed reduction. Forge Fire, -15% AoE armor, passively. Okay. Rune of Breaking, single target, enemy -30% armor, and a self? Armor pierce, base weapon damage? Oh no, sorry. They increase their armor piercing weapon damage and base weapon damage, and that unit also sunders armor. That makes more sense. Rune of Negation +40% damage resistance for 40 seconds. That's a lot of damage reduction. Immune Psychology, magic resistance debuff, missile resistance debuff, and another -10% rune magic cooldown. So all of the runes now work on cooldown. So there is no Winds of Magic mechanic for the dwarves. They don't care about that. Instead, everything is on a cooldown, and whenever you use a rune, every rune in your roster is on cooldown, but the rune that you just cast is on a longer cooldown. So we'll explore exactly how that works when we're in the game. The Clad Barak enables Sundering. Passive ability Frenzy. Causes major match. Oh, bombardments. Every 30 seconds. Good against armor, good against artillery. Okay. 30-meter range there. That's fairly short. Quest for Thorek's Rune Armor. Gives him extra armor, gives him extra flame resist. Oh no, AoE armor and flame resist. And then gives himself more flame resist, magic resist, and even more armor. The Anvil of Doom, extra mount, which then leads the Veteran Anvil Guard, which increases his melee defense and melee attack. Rune Master, miscast chance -15%. I thought runes didn't have a miscast chance. Maybe they do. Oh yeah, I think it's just the overcast. It does have a miscast. Shared cooldown minus 15%, so he's actually got a minus, what, 35% cooldown reduction. Enemy casters within range suffer minor miscast explosion when casting. And then the Rune of Grimnir is just a range defense reduction. Then I believe that these are basically the same as all lords. I don't think that these are anything special. So he doesn't have any particular buffs for specific units, except for the bolt throwers, the quarrelers, and the grudge throwers. So his front line's going to be a little bit squishy, with the exception of the fact that he gives his entire army extra armor several times over. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Right, let's take a look at the forge. So, some of the forge items you will have seen before, like creating new weapons, miner's pickaxe, veteran's hammer, Ironbeard's axe, all of that stuff I think is pretty much unchanged. There might be a few new ones, I'm not sure. I don't know the old list well enough. However, we also have character runes, which are these ones. So you can create runes of additional armor, melee defense, base weapon damage, flaming attacks, melee attack, frenzy, ward saves, bonus against large, armor pierce, cause fear, weapon strength, 50 armor? Whoa! And this only costs Oath Gold, and we get everything half price because we're a Rune Master. 20% more hit points. Master Rune of Flight. That was a magic missile, okay. I thought that was going to make that unit start flying, which would have been amazing. Banner Runes, which are the banner runes that go in the second set of slots as opposed to the character slots. So these are basically bonuses that you can give to units in your army. Like the bonus versus large, expert charge defense, physical resistance. These are all for non-character units. Missile resistance and ward save, perfect vigor, magic resistance. These are all quite nice. Missile strength plus 20% for the artillery. And... oh, bombards the area around the caster. Okay, so if somebody attacks that artillery piece, then you can use the Master Rune of Immolation. I understand. I thought that was going to turn everything, every shot that they do into just ignoring armor, which would have been ridiculous. And then we can also recycle items. And then we have the masterwork, the artifacts, which is these. Now, these are specific to Thorek, and you're trying to complete these as part of your major objective. I think if you get 5 of these, you win. So we need to find, for example, the Hero's Pendant and the Chain of Binding in order to get the Keepsake of Grizzle's Favoured. We need to do the Spark Gem plus the Dwarven Neck Yoke, and then we get the Raton's Collar of Bestial Control, which basically gives us a Carnosaur. Morgrim's Gears of War massively buffs Bolt Throwers, Grudge Throwers, Quarrelers, if we get the Pentagonal Gear and the Spur Gear, etc. So we are looking for these.
Soon we will reclaim it.
Okay, so when I tried this yesterday, this was not working. You can click on those items to find where they are. So if we wanted that first item for the Keepsake of Grizzle's Favoured, that's here in the Golden Colossus, which is really close to where we are. So basically any of these with the shinies is a location of an artifact. So we need to either conquer those or make an alliance with them. Rune magic is just science the other races don't understand yet. Yeah, there you go. Right, so we're getting lots of follows and things coming through, so let me just go and check those out. We have got Ghost Faces coming in with an 18-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support, Ghost Faces. Love your streams, love your content. Hope everything is okay with you and the family and friends. Stay safe out there. So far, so good, but we are pretty careful. Hi, Robert C. Thank you very much for the ongoing support. 13-month primary sub. Rune magic is just science the other races don't understand yet. Tree Blaze wants me to drink some tea. Lars Vigo wants me to drink some tea. I wonder why these started to come through. Oh, that was rather hot. Oh. Shavrash coming in with a 24-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Shavrash. Really appreciate that. And congratulations on earning those orange wings. Superior to the gold ones, although the dwarfs would probably disagree. And then Dex Gaming X, thank you for the drink tea as well. I will try not to burn my tongue this time. Are ogre units embargoed, or can I hire man-eaters? Ogre units are not embargoed, so I can show them off if we get any. Right. But the way that the ogre mercenaries work is you can get camps which will appear in your territory, and then that's when they're available. We don't have an ogre camp, so we can't get ogres just yet. And then we've got Godfrey Grimson. What's your ability? Ancestral Blood of Grimnir, which is actually pretty good. Melee attack, melee defense, and physical resistance. Okay, so I'm going to rename you, which is going to require a subscriber name, which is gonna be Imaginary Exponent. Alright, marvellous. And then you are going to join Thorek's army, so we can get you some experience and also give us some scouting. Huzzah! Chaos Gemini coming in with an 8-month primary subscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support, Chaos Gemini. And if you would like to see the Dungeons & Dragons game in which Chaos Gemini takes part, as well as 4 other awesome people, then you can find us this evening, Friday night, at midnight going into Saturday. And we got some good things happening this time. Last time the party met an ancient dragon for the 2nd time, and this time actually stops for a bit of a chat. Who knows what adventures the party will face today. So yeah, that's Dungeons & Dragons in Icewind Dale, Rime with the Frost Maiden, midnight tonight, going into Saturday morning. Alright, let's go and fight Skaven. They're attacking Clan Mange. Auto-resolve outcomes. So here is another change. You can see what the outcome is going to be. So it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory, and there will be medium casualties on both sides. I think that there might be a way of expanding this so you can see exactly what's lost, but I don't have that enabled right now. Okay, I'm going to throw in a quick save, because I meant to save before we fought this. Rune of Burning. We can give this to an artillery unit, which is going to be to you. So you are now going to do explosive damage. And then we also have the Rune of Stoicism, which is bonus versus large and expert charge defense. Do you have expert charge defense anyway? You do. Okay, so not for you. Probably for you. Yeah, you have charge defense versus large, which apparently is something that all great weapons have, which I had not realized. In that case, maybe I should just give it to a dwarf. Oh no, dwarf warriors have it too. I can't give these to characters. So I think I'm going to give it to the Longbeards. Because that will also increase their damage against large. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We'll have them as the large killers. Okay, so what are we up against? We have got a wizard. A Wazak wizard. Plague monks, clan rats, Skaven slaves, lots and lots of Skaven slaves, poison wing globadiers, and rat ogres. So we want the great weapons fighting the rat ogres. Alright. This reminds me I still need to catch up on last week's D&D and can't be there live tonight either. Fridays are bad. Yeah, no worries. I understand. Also rubbing hands while saying good things doesn't bode well for you. Oh yeah, of course, Chaos Gemini, happy birthday. I totally forgot about that. Hope you're having a good day so far. Right. I'm seeing a nice hill. And I'm a dwarf and I like hills. So we're going to go and put the Grudge Throwers here. Put the crossbows just before. And the dwarf warriors with the iron breakers in front of them.
We demand blood! Dwarf warriors!
And then we'll put the great weapons behind you. You can stand here. You can stand here. Okay, so rune magic.
By Grungni.
You've got the Rune of Oath and Steel, which increases armour in an AoE around wherever you cast it. And we've also got the Rune of Speed, which increases melee attack and speed bonus. Okay. What are you going to shoot at? I think I would like you to shoot at the Plague Monks, actually. That seems reasonable.
We stay put.
Alright, let's see how these projectiles look now that they're going to explode. Yep, that's definitely more explosive. So they're kind of like mortars now. And against Skaven, the loss of leadership is going to be really bad. Alright, so how does this work? So it is indeed an AoE, a pretty big AoE. And that one, same thing. Very limited range is the only thing with the runes. So the runesmiths do kind of want to be in the mix. In the thick of things. Let's go and shoot the Globadiers now. See how the auto-resolve update changes things. For years it was like CA were embarrassed by the existence of auto-resolve despite it being essential to get through the longer campaigns. True, very true. Fire until these guys get into range. So I think what I may well do, because they don't seem to be popping up bad guys under me, which is awfully good. Right, you guys are in... no, you're not in range yet. Wait for it! Wait for it! Fire!
Start shooting, lads! Quarrelers! Longbeards! Dwarf warriors! Will do! Understood! Longbeards! They have wronged us! Iron breakers!
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
We stay put! Wrong as well! Get in close!
Okay, so Globadiers are being pushed back. We're going to drop the armour buff. Right there, I think. So that's going to take 3 seconds to cast. Then we have a 44-second cooldown on that and a 57 cooldown. Wait, hang on. Oh no, sorry, it lasts for 38 seconds. Yeah, so the UI has changed. This is one thing that they really wanted to highlight. So the way it used to work is... oh, and you can also see if we can actually cast on here. Okay, that's really helpful. So that's been changed like Three Kingdoms. So it used to be... it didn't show on a... no, it did show how long you had to go. It's just grayed out completely if you can't cast because other things are on cooldown. And then because this is specifically a rune, we have the general rune cooldown right there. So I guess that this will light up when we can cast another rune. Although we do have the melee attack and speed buff, which I think I'm also going to cast on... them. And then you can charge into that. You're charging into that already. Fantastic.
Let's start shooting! Army, attack! Grudge Thrower! Ready to strike! Iron breakers!
So at the moment my Dwarf Warriors have 95 armour because of the effects of the runes. Very nice, very nice! Where did the rat ogres go? Oh, Mordred. Wow. Ow.
For the High King! On! Will of Iron!
Go for them, and you may as well buff your own combat capabilities by doing that. And we'll start shooting down the general with our crossbows.
What?
And here we go. So we can see that you have a 90-second cooldown before you can use this one again. 6 seconds currently going, so it's basically this is showing up in green, and then we'll also be in red. And now we have grayed out to show it's not available for that long. So it's just UI changes. Quality of life UI.
Done wrong.
You go over there. And you can go and join against them.
Quarrelers! Pass through!
Those guys come back in. Let's make sure that that doesn't last.
To the forge! Aye!
Smiths are actually getting quite a few kills. It's good. It's very good. I really like the fact that it shows here whether they can cast anything or not now. That's really nice.
Yes! Yes, then! Axes out! Quarrelers! Attack the Orcs! Will do! By Belial's will.
3, 2, 1. So the nice thing about the dwarves is they're basically just going to keep on going. No winds of magic to worry about, they just keep on casting. So the great axes have taken quite a lot of damage from this. But they've also done a lot of damage. 154 kills, 209. Man, I've missed having a decent front line that can actually fight stuff.
Attack the Orcs! Shoot those watters! Grudge Thrower!
Grudge Thrower's running out of ammo rather quickly too.
Very well! Stairway answer! They have wronged us. Let the vengeance begin! Runes of smiting upon them. Oath and steel!
Alright, Rune of Speed. We now move 38. These guys move 47. No, we're not going to catch them. Even though we are now fast for a dwarf, we still don't catch them. So this is basically going to be down to whether the artillery can get any kills before they're out of range. That's all. Alright, 58 losses. Okay, so most of the damage that the great weapons took was actually just hit point damage, it wasn't unit damage. And we inflicted 1,152. Man, I have missed the dwarves. Haha. Excellent. Stalwart and persistent, just the way they should be. Absolutely. Is this a new DLC? This is the rework, which is accompanying the DLC, which I'm not allowed to show off just yet. It is enabled, it's going on in the background, but I can't show you any of the new stuff yet. You'll have to wait for a few more days for that one. In fact, I'm going to bring up the details of the embargoes, because it's pretty complicated. And I want to make sure that I don't get any of it wrong, because that would be bad. So this embargo specifically can play as any old Beastmen legendary except for Orcs, play as any other pre-DLC lord, play as Thorek, recruit ogres, show off the Bray Shaman, which is a new Total War Access FLC. So yes, if you have Total War Access, you can get access to the Ogre Mercenaries and the Bray Shaman for free. As of, I think it's like the 14th of July. And we can do diplomacy with everyone. Not allowed to show any battle footage that includes any of the new units, not including the ogres. So there you go. Alright, so what do? Execute and loot, we get some oath gold and some money. Or drink to victory! This triumph deserves a celebration, bring out the bugmans! Bolstered by the finest ale, the throng bustles with inspiring tales and joyful songs in the wake of victory. Income from all buildings, local province, growth and public order. Considering who we are, I'm going to take the oath gold. Huzzah!
Seeking knowledge.
We got a student, which gives us more research, and we also leveled up. Excellent. So, Thorek, I'm going to get you Root Marcher, because that one's just so important to have. And you are going to grab scouting, so we have a higher chance of stealing even more magic items. And the Mine of the Bearded Skulls is a strategic location for the dwarfs. Interesting. And we can reach it this turn too. Oh no! There's Skaven here! I'm shocked! July 14th, thank you, Squire. Alright, so auto-resolve outcome would expect high casualties. Pyrrhic victory. Clan Rat shields, Clan Rat spears, Skaven slaves, Night Runners. So the Night Runners are going to be the big threat here. We want to take those down. Hang on, is this a fortified zone?
Forged in battle.
Oh, it is. Well, I have catapults.
Make them pay. Labracat will be tested.
You can hear him even when you zoom away. Oh, that was some great audio work.
String 'em.
It still echoes.
Attack.
Oh, that's amazing.
Scores to settle.
Enveraki, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So the DLC is not out yet. No, it's not. And Movan, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Mordlings. Good to have you joining us. Especially the best of the Pokemon so strong it can kill a full-grown human. Alright, so, do I want to pursue this? It's going to take us a long time to get this place otherwise. And I believe, yeah, Mine of the Bearded Skulls is actually the capital of our province.
Oaths repaid.
So I think I'm going to press the attack here. Let's do it. So the first thing we'll need to do is try to take out any towers. Thankfully it's this silly battle map, so we can just tuck our units in the corner over here, which is completely unguarded. Happy Friday, gonna miss all the action for Three Kingdoms. Shame about them killing the development or any more updates. I quite enjoyed that one. I'm not seeing any questions there, Kalinas, just a statement.
Casting the runes.
Alright, so, well, we're going to tuck our units in over here, because there's no point taking the extra damage. And basically this means that it's just that one tower which causes us problems. So I'm going to put the artillery here, and hopefully just shoot over the wall. In range? Possibly not. I mean, that's easily fixed. Just pull you guys back. And walk you forwards. Now we're definitely in range. Alright, cool. Begin. So we're going to go and bombard that tower to make sure it doesn't shoot me. When's the embargo end? So there are multiple different embargoes with different ending dates. The next one is the 4th? 6th. 6th of July. I can show you a lot more. So that's on Tuesday. And I'm only allowed to show you up to 16 hours, and I've got 12 hours scheduled of this today and tomorrow. So hopefully there's going to be enough Warhammer stuff to come until that second embargo.
It is a reckoning! Rune.
That's just armour, that's just melee attack and speed. That's not going to benefit us right now, so just go ahead and bombard. Huzzah! And hopefully we kill this thing before battle is joined properly. Torshian coming in with a 21-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Three Kingdoms was designed to die in that way. They made the first DLC being a period that has nothing to do with Three Kingdoms. I disagree with that, but I really do think that the DLC policy for Three Kingdoms was bad. The DLCs which do best is adding more content. Adding a second bookmark as their first DLC was a mistake. Big mistake. And it never really recovered. I can bombard you. I'm going to go back to normal speed. And do they have any Skaven slaves with slings? They don't. Actually, shoot them. And then take the wall. Oh, you're not mounted yet. You can actually climb as well. Fantastic. You guys may as well just march forwards and start shooting over their heads.
Grudge Thrower!
You have a much tighter accuracy for this. There we go, now we're hitting them. And they never actually used that tower, so we should be pretty much safe to just advance, climb the walls, and then charge them.
Iron breakers! On the way! They're moving! Kazakan Kazakita! Master of Runecraft! Aye! Grudge Thrower!
You can still drop stones right over the wall. Like a boss. Which you're doing nicely. 8 Princes was a baffling DLC to me too. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with their DLC policy. Like the Mandate of Heaven one, the Yellow Turban one was brilliant. That's the first one that they should have done. And then Nanban I thought was good. Brigand one was good. Tell you to hold your fire for the moment. Oh, actually, as long as these lines rise above the wall, then we can shoot over the wall and hopefully hit them. Can't go after these guys because they're kind of tucked in.
Let the vengeance begin! God!
Okay,
Showing halt! Holding on
tell
to
you
the shed! We'll guard it!
to not shoot just yet, because I want to see if I can get up on the walls with the crossbows, because they'll do even more damage then.
Iron breakers!
We'll see how this goes. Might end up buying Three Kingdoms down the road. I think that Three Kingdoms is a great game. It's really, really good. It's just unfortunate that the DLC kind of killed it. Three Kingdoms had so much going for it, they just had to do the DLC policy right and flesh out the grand campaign. Yeah, exactly, which they didn't. Baffling. Absolutely baffling. Still wonder why they killed it. I don't think it's killed. I think that the studio is still doing Three Kingdoms adjacent, because the game still did incredibly well for them. Like, it sold like hotcakes. They're just doing something other than Total War. I wouldn't be that, like, some people were guessing that it would be something more like Dynasty Warriors, where they take the engine and the battles and everything like that, but you play a character, and basically do something with it like Dawn of War did with The Last Stand.
Die! All of you just die!
Three Kingdoms is their major seller in China. Yeah, which is why that studio is... Well, that department? I think it's a different studio. I think it's just a different department. Is going to continue doing Three Kingdoms stuff. It's just not doing Total War. Oh yeah, we don't even talk about that game, Kalinas. That game doesn't exist. It was appalling. Alright, so... apparently they're just going to let me bombard them, which is awfully kind of them, especially as they're gathering together here. Are you coming up the wall? Yes. That's okay.
Longbeards. We'll guard it. Quarrelers. We'll guard it. Longbeards. Canoe. Ironbreakers.
I have a plan for the Ironbreakers. These guys carry explosives. Got to make use of those.
Thorek Ironbrow.
Alright, so we're going to get the crossbows up.
Satisfy the grudge.
And then basically replace the Ironbreakers once they have expended their ammo.
Dwarf warriors. Ironbreakers. Fire at will.
Rat spears.
No, we're cover. Holding ammunition.
They're being clever. They're backing off enough. So I think next I'm going to send the...
Dwarf warriors for the ancestor gods. We stay put. We stay put.
Because they're just outside of the range of my Ironbreakers. I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. Let my troops get into position correctly. Because the Quarrelers are almost ready. I'm going to say, as soon as you guys are in position, just give them hell. Just kill everything. If they're going to be so silly as to cede the walls to me without a fight, I'm just going to use them against them. Are you running up at me? Nope. And I'm just going to expend my ammo now, while I'm in this really good firing position. Except the limitations of the wall shooting angles is counting against us. Oh man. Alright. Well, the next plan is to have you guys come back here. Bring the crossbows to here.
They have wronged us. We'll guard it.
And then put you there. Nope, they're coming back. That's okay. Because if I put my troops close enough together, then we're just going to do a massive amount of damage. Also, the other thing is, like, the biggest malice to climbing walls is the fact you lose your exhaustion. We're just sitting up here for so long that we're not losing any anymore.
Dwarf warriors! On the way! We are relentless! Got! Done wrong! Hurry! Yes!
Get a bit closer.
If you like.
I do like.
Step to it!
Right there.
Down! Pump those dwarfen legs!
Come on, hoof it.
We demand blood! Shoot, lads! Thorek Ironbrow!
There we go. Bring the pain.
The anvil's might! That'll do!
Alright, then we just rune those guys up. And just let them tank.
Iron breakers!
Got one lot left. That'll do it.
Kazakit, ah! Ready to strike! Quarrelers! We stay hot! Be it ready! Right-o! The runes glow! Age, wealth, and
May as well get these guys into the fray. Nice side charge there by the great axes.
For the ancestors!
Very nice, very nice.
Breakers! Move! Attack the Orcs! We'll guard it! Stop firing!
Alright, gonna hold the fire on the Quarrelers because I want them to be targeting the Night Runners because the Night Runners could just kite us if they felt like it. Okay, so apparently Thorek, even without the Anvil of Doom, can hit pretty hard. Oh, I can do another damage buff. Let's do that. Lovely jubbly. With the rework, are there any new units? Reworked units. The only new unit for the Dwarfs is Thorek himself, but they've completely reworked how runes work. So for example, my Grudge Thrower has a rune on it now, which makes its shots explosive. More like a mortar. And Dwarven rune casting is more like spells, you can see here, but it's all done on timers. There's no winds of magic, so it's basically infinite how often you can use them.
Yes, Lord! Thorek Ironbrow! On our way!
Those guys are still not coming in after me. Well, I'm just going to move my catapults into range and just bombard the Night Runners.
They have robbed us! Fight! Yeah! Thorek Ironbrow!
So the two runes I'm using here, one of them increases movement speed and attack damage, the other one increases armour. So Iron Breakers currently have 165 armour with this rune, which is kind of crazy, and the warriors have 125.
Scat back! Come back! Move off! On the way!
Huzzah! I forgot these were Longbeards, not just Dwarf Warriors. That's why they're doing so much more damage.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Alright, so this is actually a pretty nice choke point right there.
See it done! We are relentless!
Oh yeah, these are my towers now. So they're going to shoot at them as they run away. Brilliant. You've only broken, you've shattered, you've shattered, you've shattered, you haven't.
Aye, as you command! Strike the room!
Let's buff their damage. Because why not? It's available.
Hit them! Longbeards! Moving strike out!
Catapults are in range. You may fire when ready.
We are relentless!
Ithildrin coming in with a 31-month free subscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Ithildrin. Appreciate that. There we go. Catapults are unleashing hell. How much armour do the Ironbreakers have? Ironbreakers? Yes. Exactly. 226 kills. They've lost like one guy. Oh no, 6 guys. And that might not even have been from this battle.
We demand blood!
You guys just chill there. That'll be great.
I Grungney! If I must.
Actually.
Hold up!
You may fire when ready, quarrelers.
For the ancestors!
These guys are unshielded, so this ain't gonna last long. And they shattered. And there's the victory. Well, may as well get as many kills as we can just for the experience. That has got to have been one of the smoothest sieges yet. And you ain't seen anything yet. In fact, one of the things I forgot to show is the bottom line for Thorek. Because he's pretty frickin' mean in sieges. So Thorek got 47, Imaginary got 20, Ironbreakers 226. Not bad. Not bad at all. And my happy face. Very interesting. As interesting as me taking a week-long vacation for my birthday on the 11th. Oh, nice. Is the new rune system any good? I mean, we've only got 2 runes yet, so it's a bit early to say for sure. And also, we don't have any of the character-specific ones, but it just means that you can pimp out your units even more impressively. 7 losses for 1,580 kills. Dwarfs are gonna dwarf.
Unite now.
And there we go. Southern Spine of Sotek is ours. And we have completed the first objective. At the start of your turn, have at least 15 Oath Gold, which we will next turn. As a key resource for the crafting process, an abundance of Oath Gold is invaluable to success in the region. Make sure to gather as much of it as you can find.
Somewhere in these lands lies a hidden vault mentioned in the Dama's Crown, my lord. The details of its whereabouts are vague, but its location will surely be revealed to a worthy Dawi who resonates with the power of the recovered artifacts.
Maintain control of 2 provinces. The surest way to recapture the storied greatness of our kingdoms is to demonstrate our strength to the enemies and allies alike. Establish a solid grip in the surrounding lands and maintain control for all to see. Artifact be secured, the right half of the tongs. A fragment of a once powerful Dawi artifact has been secured. When paired with its missing piece, the true relic can at last be reforged. So if we take a look at the forge, we can see that we got the tong, which is that one. So now we need the other tong, and then we can get +5 melee attack for miners and longbeards with great weapons, sundering attack for miners and longbeards with great weapons, and then another cooldown for rune magic. So where's the left half?
Punish the thieves who took it.
Oh, it's here. Okay. Oh, it actually shows on the city what resource it is. Oh, it does. Hero's Pendant. Okay. So why is that one shining yellow? Don't know. And then the other thing that I should probably show off is the Damazkron itself, the Great Book of Grudges. This hasn't changed as much, except for the fact that the character we're playing as, his grudges are basically he wants to rebuild a whole bunch of the items. So all of his grudges, which are contributing to the severity, are all the items he's trying to get. So that's kind of your ticking time bomb, is the longer you leave these not reforged, the angrier the clans will get. Now, one thing which I'm not 100% sure if it's changed is the...
At last, a part of Thungni's tongues is ours once more.
Is the severity, is the grudges, is how pissed off your people are. The more pissed they are, so the worse you're doing, the more likely you are to get slayers joining you. Was that already the case, or is that new? Because I know there was the severity thing, that's been in place for a while. But the Slayers, I think, might be new. $1,586 to 7. That's an acceptable kill death. Yeah, I thought so. No, the charge bonus is also new. Okay. Yes, the angrier they get, the more ferocious they are in battle, and the more Slayers you'll get.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Alright, Thorek. So the other one was the Wallmaster, which is one of the earliest blue abilities you can get. Comes with the attrition suffered by defender plus 15% and also a siege holdout of -5. So I don't think he's quite as good at it as Orion is. Because I think Orion is the king of sieges for some reason. But yeah, he can get that really early. As well as Mason, which just reduces the province capital settlement upgrade. But again, it's local. Like, the fact that Thorek is almost never actually at home makes that less useful to me. I am going to focus down the Rune line, because he is a Rune Smith. I'd like him to get a bit better at that. Same thing for you. Oath Gold from buildings. Again, that's local province. Oh, and you have damaged walls, which means we can come in with breaches straight away. Huh. Rune of speed. I wonder when the Bretonians will show up. Yeah, Rapunzel de Lyonesse is already over... Where are the islands? She's up here, I think. She's either there or there. I think it's here. With the errant orders. Okay, so we have completed a province. Untainted and public order. I mean, public order could be good, except we currently have the -10, -15 from the stability. Military presence is only 4. Thrice Cursed Peak is actually a gold mine. So we're going to go ahead and build the gold mining pit, because this gives us more golden idols. And also oath gold. It's the oath gold that I really want it for. And we'll upgrade you to a dwarf outpost. That seems reasonable. Now the only thing that I'm unsure about is... Actually, what's your legendary building? Lost Underway Junction. Lost to earthquakes during the time of woes. Restoration of the underway in distant lands shall hasten the Dowi's resurgence. Campaign movement for people starting in this region. Growth, casualty replenishment, untainted. Recruitment cost reduction for all units in local and adjacent regions. And it comes with 2 iron breakers to hold on to this. Okay, that's pretty good. So it's here and adjacent. So I'm thinking possibly the Golden Colossus region, going down to the Forgotten Isles. This is where our construction's going to... Well, we'll suffer attrition when we're moving out. It's desert, isn't it?
If you want something done right...
Actually, it's only... Oh no, crossing along here takes attrition. That doesn't matter, we're dwarves, we can go underground. So I think we probably will declare on the Sentinels of Zeti. Wait, are you a Lizardman? Wrong one. Oh, you are. So, at the moment attitude is 0. Attitude for the Southern Sentinels is improving, that's these guys. Because they like the fact that we're killing Clangmange. And then Spinosotek really like us.
Anad?
I'd say there's pretty good
Let's hear what you have to say.
chance for Confederation in the future. So apparently we are not trading with you yet? Oh, maybe not. You're on the other side of the mountains. We're in the middle. You're on the outside. Sentinels of Zeti are the lizards that Teclis starts a war with in Vortex. Haha. I think we're going to have to go after the Sentinels of Zeti, though. They're just in the way. And I really want to have an area which is kind of dedicated to building troops. And actually, I think Golden Colossus would be a good spot for it. If we hire new lords, they'll be based here, then they can basically jump across. Either towards the Mine of Bearded Skulls or beyond. It does mean that we'll have to go quite a long way to rebuild armies, though. I mean, the other option would be Oxil, Sabatun, Sentinel of Time. This might actually be a better choice. Yeah, it's further forward, so this would be an economic heartland. This would be the construction zone. Yeah, we're going to go out here. We're going to see if those are really empty or if they're Skaven. If they're Skaven, we'll kill them. Because there is another Skaven around somewhere. The Skaven nation that we just killed, Manj, has 2 settlements. I'm just not 100% sure where the other one is. Probably here.
Runelord of Garagago.
Anyway, you may as well build some more units, and I think that's just going to be Dwarf Warriors. I don't think I need more Longbeard, or I need more Great Weapons. I just like the Dwarf Warriors too much. We can also get Miners with Blasting Charges. They only have 1 ammo, though, compared to your 2. We'll go with Warriors. Bolster our front line.
Ready?
Alright, science. What about our technology? Levy the missile troops. Recruitment cost reduction for quarrelers. Gather throngs, recruitment cost for warriors. Public order. Settlement income. I'm actually going to take the public order. And then, yeah, we need to choose what thing we're doing here. Growth? Growth. And it said it started... We have to have 15 Oath Gold at the start of the turn, which is why I didn't spend any then. Because 15 is how much it costs to make a rune. So we'll do that in a minute. For too long have the Dowie clans nearby been cut off from the rest of our people. Reach out and ensure they are brought back into the fold. So we need to win 2 battles against Skaven, and then we can actually confederate Spinus Otak. Occupy, loot, raise or sack 3 different settlements. These strange new lands teem with unfamiliar foes, yet Thorek remains undaunted. Rushing to judgment in a fit of panic is the purview of the inexperienced fool. Instead, the Runelord will assess the threat firsthand. When the dangers of this world prove themselves deadly enough to warrant Thorek's intervention, only then will he finally don his mighty rune armour of war and be ready to stand against them. Research 3 technologies. We currently have 2. Though you may detest it, researching new technology is of great importance in securing our holds. While the legacy of tradition must be upheld, we cannot ignore the beckoning of progress and the untold successes it might bring. Destroy the clan Manj. The revolting infestation of Ratmen plaguing the land must be exterminated once and for all. Their disgusting stench is enough to make even them hardy as Dowie's stomachs heave. I need to find the little blighters first. Okay, so you've taken over Chitbol, so it wasn't there. I wonder if they're in Sabaton. They're not to our south. Where's Oxil? Oxil's out there. So I want to try and get to Oxil as quickly as I can. So we are going to use the underway. And boop, over to here.
Wisdom.
We could upgrade the unit recruitment to get quarrelers. If we capture these 3, then I'm not going to need walls in the Thrice Cursed Peak quite as desperately. So we could go level 3 barracks, gold mine, growth. Yeah, we'll make the money back, hopefully. Oh, Sabaton, I thought you said Sabaton. I mean, I think it should, in honour of Sabaton, be called Sabaton. Okay, so we can make runes, and they will cost us exactly 15. So we can get the Rune of Iron, which will give us a plus 20 armour. Rune of Parrying is melee defense, but I think I want to go for... I think I might actually try and save and try and get a Master Rune of Grumrill. Will cost me 25. Or we can do the banner runes. Explosive damage for artillery, bonus versus large, and homing projectiles. Actually, having Flaxen's Rune of Seeking on bolt throwers would be flipping amazing, because bolt throwers are already large killers. They're potentially better at it than cannon are. Huzzah! At least dwarf cannon. Human cannon, I think, are pretty good at large killing. Dwarf cannon, I think, are less accurate. So having the homing projectiles, especially as we get bonuses to bolt throwers, would be pretty good. Armor piercing damage and penetration for artillery. Vigor loss reduction. Ancestor rune. Makes them unbreakable. Charge bonus, immune psychology, speed, and vanguard. Speed and vanguard on a dwarf. Bonus versus large expert charge defense we've already got. Physical resistance. Fizz res on the great weapons would be quite nice. And this apparently crafts 3 of them. I'm guessing the times 3 means we get 3 of them. Rune of Dismay, Cause Fear, and AoE speed reduction, charge reduction. Bonus versus infantry, ward save. Master Rune of Grogny is missile damage reduction. Master Rune of Valea is for some reason cheaper. I'm guessing that's a mistake. Magic resistance and perfect vigor. Ooh. Perfect vigor on like a Slayer unit would be interesting. Master Rune of Grunch One Eye, discouraged, cause terror and fear against greenskins. Disguise, missile resistance, stalk and snipe. On artillery. Snipe. On an artillery unit. I mean, it's basically just camouflage, but still. Is this Total War 3? No, this is the free LC accompanying the next DLC for Warhammer 2, the last one. Master Rune of Stromny Redbeard. Master Rune of Stromny gives melee attack and leadership and also a +8 attack. Master Rune of Immolation is the explodey one and the extra missile damage. Yeah. So I am tempted by the Rune of Sanctuary, but I think I'm going to try and save up to 25 Oath Gold before I go crafting those. Where are these exploding rocks coming from? Yeah, exactly. Sindrin coming in with a 23-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support. Where do Skaven get their booze? A squeak easy. Why are Skaven afraid of rivers? Because the catfish. What do Skaven monks study? Karat-e? I like that one. That one's good. And Kalinus wants me to drink some tea. I think that can be arranged. Mr. Sub. Oh, I did. Joker. Joker JP, thank you very much for the 2-month resubscription. Very sorry I missed that one earlier. Came in at the same time. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm just sorry I missed that. Thank you. Okay. Are there any grudges that we're going to be able to do? That's the thing. Right, these are just reforges. I don't actually have any of the grudges from the old world, which doesn't surprise me, seeing as there is no old world. Reforge any artifact in the artifact vault. The relic fragments you have uncovered must be reforged into an artifact worthy of the ancestors. Beware of watchful eyes, however. Such power is bound to draw the unwanted attention of your enemies. Obtain the following resource, gems. Your runesmiths are in need of gemstones for their craft. It is vital you gain access to this resource using any and all means necessary.
Alright,
let's go and see if there are Skaven hiding here. I'm shocked! There's Skaven here. Kill him. Ratfu is a real thing. Yeah. And don't worry, his elf control is legendary. Oi! Okay, so how are we going to do this one? I mean, provoking them to attack me through the marsh here. The river? The lake? The pool? I don't remember seeing this map before. I think is going to be the way to go. The only question is how. I think we probably want to defend a line like this, using this as our right-hand marker. So let's put the arm breakers right there. I forgot to check to see what units they had. Never mind.
Let the vengeance begin.
I like how these guys are coming with their own light source.
Warriors.
Begin.
Righto. We'll guard it.
Alright, you may begin your bombardment. Bombardment. And remember, we've got the rune, which means that my rocks explode! A Dwarf Rework, have they too been wronged?
Death cow.
I mean, it's kind of funny. A lot of people were saying the dwarves need a rework. I was not one of them. I thought the dwarves were good as they were. But seeing what they've done with the rune system, I'm glad that they did. Sindrin! I don't like telling dwarf puns, so I prefer to keep them short. Ouch! Oops, spawning. Wait, did you just spawn on top of my warriors? Alright, fine.
What? Wrong as well.
Oh, is this just increase the duration? Yes. Do they have anything that's properly scary? No. Not really. And these guys are all caught in shallow water, so they take extra damage, I believe. Shallow water and marshland are difficult for small units to traverse and fight in. Minus 80, 80% speed and 80% melee attack for small units in water. Alright, you guys are going to go around the side, seeing as they are desperately trying to flank me. And you know what I forgot to do? Armour shields! Damage runes!
Attack the Orcs!
That didn't even touch me. Yay for dwarven magic resistance.
Satisfy the grudge.
Oh, that wasn't even the Longbeard. Whoops. It was actually the Longbeards I meant to send off so they could get some more experience. Never mind.
Will do. Yes. Aye. They have wronged us. Dwarf warriors. Longbeards. We are relentless. Moving out. Taking aim. To the forge. Longbeards. Oath and steel.
dimmed.
You shoot them, that's fine. You and you, shoot them. Perfection!
Ward of vengeance! Aye! Casting the runes!
Quarrelers!
Could really do with another unit or two of quarrelers, I think.
Handbreakers!
They haven't suffered a single casualty. Charge, defense, stall, fools!
Quarrelers! Ready to strike! Move to attack!
Absolutely loving the fact that it shows whether they can cast down there. I don't need to keep clicking on them to see if their abilities are available. I can just see that. And if there's no X there, they can do something. It's great. Really nice UI change. Ow. Nope, still nobody died.
Master of Rune!
Huzzah! Get a volley off. Yeah, you did. Bye-bye.
It is a reckoning!
Go! Kazoo! Move to attack!
Unfortunately, these are Skaven, so we're never going to catch them. Even with the speed buffs. If it was like Lizardmen, I probably would. Ooh, a hype train! Hype, hype, hype! Dwarves can fit a lot of information into a small space. After all, they write in shorthand. Vabis coming in with a 14-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there as well, Vabis. Now is time again. Newsflash, Disney has been forced to make it Snow White and the Six Dwarfs after Sneezy was forced into a COVID quarantine. 17 losses. They have wronged us. That's more than the siege. But I put the Ironbreakers in the right spot. They are getting loads of experience, which is awesome because it's increasing their melee defense, which is scary. More fire resist. That's good. That's good. Want to get some fire resist when you work in a forge.
Make it fit for the doughy!
The Dragonbane gem was found in the gullet of a legendary Drake, Helorgondrax. The beast had choked on the stone mid-flight and crashed into a halfling feasting hall at summertime. The Dwarven neck yoke. The final extermination has been done. Clan Mange has been destroyed. Start of your turn of at least 15 oath gold. Done. Okay.
Thorek Ironbrow.
Thorek. So we can get the Rune of Oath and Steel, which increases the effect of the armour rune. Doesn't it already do 60? Oh no, just 30. That doubles its effect. Okay. Rune of Wrath and Ruin is the damage rune. Damping reduces enemy winds of magic, and the Rune of Slowness is a movement speed and charge debuff. Single target, though. Damping could be handy. Eventually, yes. Right now it's too early in the game for the enemy to really be using wizards, particularly. So I think I'm going to take the Wrath and Ruin, just so I have another rune that can be on cooldown. Imaginary Exponent, same thing, but I think I'm going to get the Rune of Oath and Steel, so we can keep the Rune of Speed, Rune of Oath and Steel just constantly ticking over. Huzzah! I'm actually really liking this rune magic system. It's nice. Whoa! Chaos Gemini showing that birthday cheer today. Thank you very much for that. Damocles was taken. Earthen Lady. Huzzah! Otter 2. Draconic. And Gelgoges. Gelgoges? Gelgugas? Gelgugas? Congratulations on the gifted subs, courtesy of Chaos Gemini. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And we are now at level 2 hype train. Hype hype. Thinking if you ever go up against Land Mage Priest. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Huzzah! Alright, I'm going to go for Oxhill next to see if we can secure that territory. Huzzah! Public order here is really bad. Provincial instability is still going down. We still don't have a pub. I think that the Mine of the Bearded Skulls is going to need to get the refectory. Oh, of course, this produces dwarf beer as well, which we can sell. Just a reminder, we can pun around with jokes about fantasy dwarves, but respectful of people with dwarfism. True. Is this leader a new legendary? He looked a bit vanilla. Yeah, he's a legendary. As far as I know, the dwarves didn't have any legendary runesmiths, did they? And like, the big deal for this guy is it's kind of like Marcus. He is in Lustria. Like, even in the Mortal Empires, he starts down here. So he's about as far away as it is possible to get from the other dwarves, which are like out here somewhere. At the literal other end of the world. Okay, more science. Dwarven diplomats, Master of Steel in Stone Commandment. Khazid subsidies. Ooh, more melee attack and defense of Dwarf Warriors. I do use those quite well. I use them quite heavily at the moment. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be true going forwards. Oh, no, that's always going to be true, because I'll be in the garrisons. Yeah, let's do that. Right, now I can have a proper look at the more expensive character runes. So the one that I was really looking at was that Master Rune of Grumril, plus 50 armour. Speed and Strider, Master Rune of Spite, causes damage to everyone around him constantly. Melee attack plus 25. Armor piercing damage, hit points 20%, weapon strength 20%, and then the Master Rune of Flight. Which basically gives him a fireball. But we're going to go for the Master Rune of Grumril. And then I believe...
You honour Thungni with your masterful runecraft, my lord. Once completed, be sure to inscribe the new runes into the equipment of your lords and heroes to improve their capabilities.
We can then go to you, details, and then here we have the character runes. So we can put the Master Rune of Gromny in there. And yes, they can be switched around. Good. So he is now going to have an armor class of 180 base. Something! Whoa, thanks very much for the bits. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Very much appreciate that. Hey Mordred, watching the Star Trek movie marathon. Nice. Is that all the Star Trek films or just the new ones? Also remember the Games Workshop gave Creative Assembly the permission to add the old world, so Creative Assembly is allowed to make their own legendary heroes and lords, etc. So even if they're not in the books, they can be made into legendaries and heroes. Like the opera singer vampire ghost woman. Oh yeah, the Bretonnian opera singer. Cleostra. And we just got a donation as well. I'm going to have to load up Streamlabs. Thank you very much for that. Is it 1 rune per character, and can you put the same rune on other heroes? No. As far as I know, you can have up to 3 runes. I don't know if you can have duplicates, because 3 runes of Grugny sounds like it would be absolutely ridiculous. And that was Sindrin. Thank you very much for the bits. Very much appreciate that. They declared war on the dwarves. That's so grudging.
Runelord.
Southern Sentinels are pretty close. We're going to start marching you towards Oxhill. Oh no! Oh wait, that's another Skaven.
Lord Skrulk. Clan pestilence is all.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we have our another new building slot. We have an iron mine here, which will make recruitment cost for Dwarf Warriors, Longbeard Slayers, and Miners cheaper. And also generate iron, which is useful for us for 2 reasons. 1, we can sell it, and 2, we can use it in our recipes. But I think what we really need is a refectory, so this place doesn't try to blow up. Then we can also get the gold mine and upgrade the granary too. And then once we have the refectory, the public order issue should be resolved. Sorted. And hey, wow, we're up to level 3 hype train. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, and Bubba's Big Blast cheered with 500 bits earlier. I am really sorry I missed that. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for that too. Was there anything attached to that? Let me just go and find it. Because unfortunately these things don't highlight properly. Huzzah! Yes, they were. Skaven spawning clan rats on dwarven units is almost the definition of, oh no! Anyway, yeah, exactly. Macho showing the generosity today as well. Thank you. Huzzah! Ah, yes, the Dowie definitely need a pub. Yes, yes, they do. Baymed. Fiora Bunny. Hey, Fiora, how are you doing? Giga Gundux. Cycling Huzzah! Rhino. And something. Congratulations on the gifted subs, courtesy of Macho. Thank you very, very much for that, Macho. I appreciate that. I love the fact that Fiora got a sub. That's awesome. Huzzah! And there we go. We have completed one of the hype train levels, though I did not get to see which one. I'm sure you've done it. It's a bit late. Can you show the map with the rework? The map hasn't been reworked really, except for the fact that there is now a passage through these mountains, which I don't think there was before. There might have been. But otherwise the map is unchanged. The only other place that may have changed would be up here, which we can't see yet. For reasons.
Runriki!
Alright, I think...
My eyes gone, but I see.
Oxhill has 15 units. I'm still here with 12. Ah, but we can bring in some slayers. I could afford both. Oh man, slayers with the armour rune is just going to be terrifying.
If you want something done right,
we need to kill more Skaven. So let's kill some more Skaven. Oh man, they have a lot of armies here. Uh-oh. Pyrrhic victory, high casualties. Yeah. Bonus versus large. I'm going to move that onto the giant slayers. Okay, so what do they have? They have a couple of plague monks. They have 1 plague claw catapult. Okay, this is all mostly just low-level chaff that I'm just going to let bounce off of my front lines. The big threat here would be their artillery, which I'm going to need my artillery to take out, if possible. There are going to be a lot of rats here. Do runes follow the old laws of Mastery Rune? Too powerful for double cast? Yes. You can still double cast. Alright. I wonder if they'll attack me or if I'm going to have to come off my hill. I really hope not. This hill looks like a nice hill. Who has a longer range? I have 440. You have... 400, I do. Nice. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do... Deploy you there. Put you in the middle of this lot. And have you two sit in the back line. Bring you two forwards. Okay, let's do this. We got a lot of rats. We got dwarf slayers. I mean, they're not dwarf slayers. I thought that would be the wrong kind of slayer. They're going to merge all of their units together, so be it.
For the ancestors!
Long battles like this actually suit us. Because we don't use winter magic. We just keep on going. Mordred needs to talk to his landlord about the rat problem. Just realised the dwarves are probably one of the best suited races for jungle. Mountain holds not only the best place for agriculture, see the Inca, but also relatively free from disease. Also brewing traditions mean they won't have a problem with waterborne infections and parasites. True? Oh shoot, hold on. No, do not waste your ammo on this. Just don't do it. Just let them run. It's fine. You've got your catapults in the woods. Interesting decision. I do say so myself. Here they come.
The runes glow.
Maybe? Yes. Incoming! $1,000 against 4,600. They should have brought more rats. Alright, I'm gonna
Dwarf warriors.
set up my defense.
Off we go. Rattle. Slayers.
Thorek Ironbrow.
Oh, I can already overcast Wrath and Ruin. Oh man, that's a tiny effect. Armour piercing when overcast. Okay.
Grudge Thrower. Dwarf warriors. Aye, as ye command. Adu for the Caller's Anchor. Anad! Han! Grudge Thrower!
Wait for it. Wait for it. Fire!
warriors! Yes, Lord! Will do! It is an order! If I must! Let the
You must.
vengeance begin! Quarrelers! Fire at will!
Alright, Quarrelers, what are you guys shooting at right now? Skrulk. I think I'd rather you shot at the Censer Bearers, because those sound a bit terrifying.
Slayers! Off we go!
Yeah, there's a reason I was aiming at their catapult first. Okay, first runes are going to be Oath and Steel. We're going to try and resist this massive attack coming in first.
Bring death on them! Quarrelers! For the ancestor gods! War of vengeance! Get moving! Slayers!
So far, so good. The catapults are doing a lot of damage to me, but my catapults are also doing their own thing now.
Attack!
Alright. You guys shoot them.
Attack! The runes glow!
Okay, the catapult's actually running now, so that's good.
Quarrelers!
Yeah, you keep on shooting into this. This is where all of their valuable units are, so I'm totally okay with that. And we have runes up again. Let's go with the damage buff. And yeah, the damage buff definitely needs to hit those guys.
Brow!
Excellent.
The clans unite! Dowie attack!
Oh no, that's going to hit my own.
Attack the
Shoot into that.
Orcs!
That's fine.
Slayers! We demand blood! Quarrelers!
So far, so good. We've killed 1,000. We've lost 50.
We demand blood! Have at them! Quarrelers! Move!
A little bit concerned about the damage that the Night Runners are doing to us here.
It is a reckoning!
And you guys are a little bit surrounded, but let's be honest, that's how you like it.
Hearth and home! Grudge Thrower! Attack! Anew!
The catapults are gone. That was the... That was that spell. Sweet. Okay, okay.
Thorek Ironbrow! Right!
I wish I'd zoomed in on that so I could see if it was really doing much damage or not.
Doom! It is a reckoning! For the High King!
Okay, they've disappeared. Quarrelers, let's see if we can do some damage to their ranged units.
Rune of smiting upon them! Aye! Hadouken! We're the ancestors.
Those Slayers are taking a bit of damage. So I think what I'm going to do is drop the
anvil's might.
extra protection on them so that they can get the armour bonuses.
Grudge Thrower.
The Grudge Thrower is now shooting into that, so we're getting a little bit of extra support.
The Carrier's Anchor. Slayers. Yes.
Still trying to use their magics against us. That's now 2,000 dead for 200.
The clans unite.
I think it was a really good decision buying the Slayers for this battle.
Quarrelers. Kazukan Kazakin Ha. Dwarf Warriors.
What he said.
For the ancestor gods.
A little bit concerned about the damage that the Giant Slayers are taking over here.
Kill Orcs.
You know what? Let's move the Slayers over there.
Slayers.
Because I don't want them to die.
Shield bearers. Oh.
We're not currently fighting.
That'll do. The runes are cast. Strike the runes. Right. Go. Axes out. Kill them. Move. We are relentless. Understood. Attack the Orcs. Axes out. No. Get moving.
Alright, back you off and I think we're good.
For the Eye King. Fight. Kill Orcs. Quarrelers. Dwarfs. Ready axes.
Bowlers now go into close combat. That's fine. Heroes have taken no damage. They're just so tough.
Quarrelers.
Can't shoot them. Fine.
Dwarf warriors. Quarrelers. Vengeance. Stop. Slayers. Yes.
And that's it, they've shattered. How's that for a victory?
It is a reckoning. Dwarf warriors.
I think the runes might be slightly too strong.
Iron breakers. For the Carrier's Anchor. Dwarf warriors.
277 losses for 1,000, 2,000, 2,300 kills. And the Giant Slayers, despite the fact that they took the most damage, also did the most damage. So I think they did alright. 3 of my Dwarf Youth Warrior unit, no, 4 of my Dwarf Youth Warrior units basically just took no damage. Like, this guy got 193 kills, 3 people died. To be fair, it's a lot of relatively low level rats. Yeah, that's true. We killed the Censer Bearers, we killed one of the Plague Monks, 2 of them are still alive. We can take the Oath Gold and the money. Or booze everyone up. We can take the Oath Gold and the money. Wayward Sons! Following your offensives against the Ratmen, the local Dowie clan has approached you jubilant and grateful for driving the Skaven menace back. It seems the war beneath the world rages even here. The spine of Sotek dwarves have been pestered by the Rake for generations. They offer a consolation of forces and resources, which may very well expedite your assignment. As is typical of a staunch traditionalist, your acceptance may be based on various conditions if you so wish. So, up to code and reputation respect, we get the Confederation. Guild Favours is also a Confederation. For 10 turns we get extra weapon strength and extra armour. I'm really tempted to just make sure everything is just right. Ensure that all of their building projects are up to code and tear down those which aren't and start again. So that we can get the extra gold.
Thungni's tongues shall be whole again soon.
And there we go. We have a confederation.
You have recovered all the parts needed to restore one of the ancient artifacts, my lord. Use the forge to make it whole again and harness its power. Be on guard, however, for skittish eyes will surely look upon your prize with gnawing jealousy.
We honor the ancestors!
Obtain control 2 provinces, we did that. Trait gained, defeated Lord Skrulk, immune to swamp attrition, public order -5 for enemy territories.
Glories reclaimed.
His dreadful staff and the disease it spreads cannot save Skrulk from a righteous scourge. We got the central spine of Sotek. Thorek's rune armour.
One more grudge avenged.
Wait, we just got this because we took 3 settlements? And you got the left half of the tongues.
Victory for the old ways.
And we got the terrifying mask of We did.
Honor the ancestors.
Okay, that's a ludicrously easy legendary armor to get. Like all of the others have like 10 missions you have to undertake. This one's going to take 3 settlements.
Reclaimed.
Alright. I guess. It's a bit surprising.
Thorek Ironbrow.
So we now have Thorek's rune armor, which gives us the extra armor, and also the rune armor, which gives more armor to everyone around us. So next turn, he's going to have 195 armor base. And Thorek levels up. I think I would like you to get the leveled up Rune of Oath and Steel. Or Wrath and Ruin. Let's go for the Wrath and Ruin just to do the extra damage. And then Imaginary Exponent, you are going to get the Rune of Wrath and Ruin, so we can again keep those 3 cycling around nicely. So Lord Skrulk's over there.
Avenged.
No, Gracie, never wrong.
Unfortunately, I am now stuck going after Oxhill.
No, need my warp token stash.
By Grundy.
I mean, I think we basically have to attack this turn.
Failed.
Strike while the iron's hot and all that. Pyrrhic victory, medium number of casualties. Skrulk is actually in range for this. That's really unfortunate.
Beliar's orbs. I'm listening.
I want to go after Skrulk. Can I reach? No.
Glory for Karakazul.
Well, they show auto-resolve outcomes now. Yes, yes they do. That's really annoying that I can't quite reach Skrulk.
If you want something done right,
Plan scheme is discordant.
old ways are best.
Siege and hope they attack, and maybe. Before we do that, though, we should probably go and see if there are any other runes that we want to make. Now that I can afford like 4 of these. Oh, also, Artifact Vault. Yeah. Thugni's Runes of the Runesmith. Melee attack for miners and longbeards with great weapons. Sundering attacks for miners and longbeards. And shed cooldown for all rune magic, which is really
Think
strong.
of the runes I will craft with these.
This artifact is back in the rightful hands of the Dawi at long last, just as it should be. The ancestors smile upon your efforts this day, but more heirlooms are yet to be reclaimed. Your work has only just begun.
Lunar Spirit. Zainzu Kun. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Alright, so none of those weapons particularly jump out at me. Armour and fire resist, I think we can do better. I mean, the veteran's armour is really good, especially on a... Well, actually, haha. I was going to say on a Runelord, because the Runelords just kind of sit there, but they don't anymore. The Runelords actually need to be mobile. So this is really good probably on a Thane or a Lord, but on the Runesmiths, not so much, because the range of the runes is so short. Slayer's Ring is extra ward save, Fizz res, magic damage. Fizz res plus 6. Veteran's Gauntlets look pretty good. No, I think I'm going to go for the character runes. Because these really are ludicrously good. Or the banners. We could probably do with another banner or two. Melee attack, Master Rune, which is more melee attack and leadership. I mean, just having like a damage dealer for the... or the physical resistance. Rune of Sanctuary. There are several units that could really benefit from that. And if I actually get 3 of those for this one casting, that sounds pretty ludicrous. Grudge removed. Oh, we also got the Oath Gold from that. And we are now very irked, as opposed to grumbling. Throgne's tongs were utilised by some of the first runesmiths under his tutelage, serving them well and crafting the most potent rune weapons ever made. These powerful ornaments were crucial in many of the great victories of our kin. Such weapons could be forged again, but not without the tongs that gave them their power, long lost to the mists of time. We do indeed get 3 of them. Oh, but still has to be equipped by each person, and it's only the Runelords that can use them? Oh. Okay, that's not as good. I was expecting the Runesmith to be able to use it. This is one of the lower level ones. Huh. Well, regardless, the Rune Sanctuaries will be nice.
Tried and tested.
The council is disappointed.
I would really like to go after Skrulk and kill him. I just can't reach him.
Run, Riki!
Go for the siege and then see if they counterattack me?
We honor the ancestors!
This will at least stop these guys replenishing and the guys in the city. Skrulk will get his replenishment, but he'd be the only one.
Armour and anvil.
Let's do this. Let's build a battering ram. As it will take a turn.
Attack!
And we're just going to sit here. And if they don't attack me, then I'll have all of my runes made. And if they do attack me, then they won't have recovered. Hugrim Red Axe is still a level 1, so we can do whatever we like with him. You are fleet-footed. Alright, so we have a fast for a dwarf on a lord. Oh, you can use runes. So yeah, those runes are only for the generals. And you have troops of your own. Well, oh, you started with Thunderers. At the moment I'm losing money, but I'm actually fairly sure that won't last. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you jump over to assist against Skrulk. Because I'm sure that's not the end of his ilk. How far can I jump?
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
I think the edge is right there.
On to glory for the ancestors.
Okay. You can't build anything. You can't build anything. But we do have the central spine of Sotek, which can do a thing. You're going to tear that down, replace it probably with a refractory. And we're going to go for the growth buff, because I want these places embiggening themselves. The runes you apply to your units before battle. Yeah, I know. I'm just surprised that it's the generals that get them and not the runesmiths. Skaven attack. Defeat the following lord in battle. Faderife. Skaven pestilence descends. A tide of vermin appears mere moments after the artifact has been reforged. Have they been lurking and lying in wait, or is the timing simple coincidence? Regardless, the Runelord cares not for their motives. The Ratkin are a familiar foe, and these blighters will die like the rest. Plus 80% casualty replenishment if we kill these. And you're up here somewhere.
Be sure to put your oath gold to good use, my lord.
I know.
The forge allows you to craft unique and powerful equipment, almighty runes, to bestow upon your most favored warriors.
Cladbrakak will be tested!
For so long has Thorek waded through the dense jungles of Lustria, crushing Arachne skulls with every swing of his mighty hammer, clad Bakrak, that the powerful runes embedded within have slowly begun to fade. With the magic dwindling so far from the forges of Karakazul, he must scour the ancient ruins deep amidst the wilderness and gather the necessary materials to build an almighty smithy from which to strike the new runes.
Fight for your old!
So is that starting the Anvil of Doom? Nope, I think I really do just get the Anvil of Doom at level 9. Alright. Well,
To settle.
they didn't attack me and Skrulk ran away. So I'm going to press the attack on Uxil now. Especially as Skrulk isn't here to help them. We would take low casualties, but would almost certainly see that unit killed. So we're going to add that to you. We're going to add that to you. That to you. And then the charge resist... Actually... No. I'm going to put the Rune of Sanctuary on the Iron Breakers. And then the Expert Charge Defense is going to go on the Giant Slayers. So yeah, the Giant Slayers are going to be kind of squishy. But so it goes. Because I want to, like, putting the Rune of Sanctuary and the Ironbreakers is pointless. Don't really want to put a rune on the Dwarf Warriors. And having the Giant Slayers being Expert Charge Defense and doing even more large damage just makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, otherwise I could do it... nah. You know what? Let's give the Stoicism to the Longbeards and then Sanctuary to you. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Because now you have Expert Charge Defense and you do extra damage to large. I mean, these guys already kill large super quick anyway. Let's do that instead. Only 9 of the Giant Slayers might be a waste of the rune. I mean, for this battle, sure. In future battles, though, there will be more. And I like to set the banners / runes, otherwise I will just forget. Oh, it's another one of these sieges. Alright, easy mode, here we come. Samuel wants me to drink some tea. The real Corio wants me to drink some tea. Alright, so let's put you all over here.
Slayers!
Of course it's the 9 Giant Slayers, so you're using the battering ram. That just makes sense. Right, Catapult is going to stand here, where you're in range of that. Perfect.
Age, wealth, and skill! Vengeance! Slayers!
Okay. Now I just need to wait until that tower dies. And the more experience these catapults are getting, the more accurate they become. 4 in a row. Whoops. What did you drop them under? The Slayers. Not the giant Slayers, just the Slayers. Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Don't be chucking those into that, please. And thank you. You'll do more damage to us than to them. No mods. This is vanilla. Just with the new DLC coming on the 16th of July, I think someone said earlier. Okay, you have pounded that into oblivion. So I think it's now time for you to pound those guys into oblivion. Meanwhile... time for the armies to get marching. So actually, before I do that, I'm going to spread you out so you're in a not terrible formation. Then we're going to tell you to do that. There we go. And now you'll automatically fan out into your proper formations. Nobody's guarding that tower, so that tower's not going to do anything. Awesome. And these guys are just standing in just such a perfect line. So even if I under or overshoot, I'm still going to hit something. Except for the fact you're currently moving. Why? Can you not? Can you just shoot them? Please? Now they got out of the way. I absolutely love the fact that these things explode. That's a really interesting rune. Changing the way the units behave. Going from the bouncing boulders to explosives. "14th, thank you. Not the 16th. And they have actually left a couple of units on the walls this time around. Although they seem to have cottoned on to the fact that I'm trying to snipe their 1 damage dealing, well, 2 damage dealing units. Oh, those are sensor bearers? Yeah, I definitely want to shoot them. I do think that there should be a fog of war for units which are inside of walls. You shouldn't be able to see what they are. Fire when ready. That's a really good way of making an entrance. Does it work on walls? No. That's okay. What does work on the walls is the melee attack buffs.
Right the road! Step to it!
Oh, come on then, climb up.
We are relentless! Slayers!
You guys start moving forwards a little bit more aggressively if you don't mind. buff them.
Down! Yes! Warriors! Drag them! Axes out! By Grumney!
So far, so good.
Ancestor gods! For the ancestor gods! Doom!
These
Dwarf warriors!
Okay, that's where my special units are.
For the carrots anchor! Move off! Dwarfs! Ready axes! Thorek Ironbrow! Hearth and home!
Buff your stats up. You've got another melee attack, which I think I'm going to drop right.
It is an order!
Seeing as we have all of these guys fighting in little individual areas.
Longbeards! For the carriers and
Longbeards are pushing forwards. The Skaven are doing a much better job of actually guarding the walls this time. Unfortunately, they're just so massively outclassed.
Slay everything without a beard! Castle! For the ancestors!
Let's move the Grudge Bearer and his crew out, just so that they don't get accidentally beaten up. And yeah, I want the Iron Breakers here on the wall where they can just throw their grenades down, because they are very damaging. Oh, I see, you would have to go quite a long way. Well, actually,
Oath and steel!
buff you guys up,
Thorek Ironbrow!
because there's quite a few bad guys where you are. Meanwhile,
War of vengeance!
the inevitable horde is just charging along the side. And there's just this steady stream of Skaven who are trying to run away. I like the rune changing, how the unit works. Adds variety as long as it's not so good it replaces the standard unit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Grudge Throwers are still good, but they would arguably be replaced by cannon. But making them explosive just means that they're going to be more useful in more situations, meaning the Grudge Thrower is useful for longer, and is very different in how it performs compared to
We stay hot!
cannon.
For the ancestor gods! On the way! On the way! Get moving! Cousin Kid, ha! Grumney's well! For the ancestor gods!
You may fire when ready. Especially at them. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. There's the victory. Lovely jubbly. 15 losses. That's what, double what we had last time? Shocking. Who did the best? Dwarf Warriors? No. Grudge Thrower, 151. Actually, the Runesmith did pretty well, 75. Awesome. Right. Oxhill is ours. The Exterminator. +5 leadership and fighting Skaven. Whoa! Minus 20% upkeep for Slayers, which is good, because Slayers are pretty freaking pricey. These beardlings who slight their masters or fail in their apprenticeships may take the Slayer Oath in shame. Alright, Thorek. You're going to get the Rune of Oath and Steel upgrade. Imaginary is going to get Oath and Steel upgrade as well. Oh no, you're not. You're going to get Scouting. And then we can recruit Miners with Blasting Charges here. Unfortunately, the Miners with Blasting Charges I don't think are affected by the Armor Pierce upgrade, which the Miners got. Although, that's a point. How do I equip Tongs? Or is it just a thing that we have in the army now? Because we crafted it. Yeah, I think that this is just realm-wide, because these are artifacts. Okay. I wouldn't say no. Oh, please tell me that was Skrulk's last city. Pestilence. It was. Skrulk has to attack me. And this time it's going to be the dwarves defending the walls. Actually, we're low enough in money as it is. Let's not build more. But we are going to continue. You
Summon me if you dare.
Marching. Unfortunately, you've now settled there, so I can't just bypass you. That's not true.
My axe thirsts for war.
We can go charging down this way. Oh, that still counts as trespass. Never mind, we'll come out here. It'll be quicker. Okay, is there anything else that I want to be making? Like, I could get the Veteran's Army for... Sorry, the Veteran's Armour for the Dwarf Lord. Except for the fact that he has the movement buff. Unfortunately, Red Axe just isn't that useful. I like to keep around inherited lords where I can, but I'm just not sure that I will in that instance. Ah, okay, so the Master Runes you can only ever have one of. So once I have these, that's it. Done. In which case, I kind of feel like I should probably work my way through those and get them made. Although, that being said, these do cost a lot of Oath Gold, and getting these sooner rather than later would be pretty nice. We're actually going to get gems soon, so we can get you. We've got iron already. Out of interest, if we did hire another lord, what's available? Melee attack, defense, and phys res. Construction and research. Ward save. Enemy hero success chance. Leader aura and leadership effect. Could be good. Neither of those are really jumping out at me though. And yeah, I think I am going to have to get rid of Hugum Red Axe. I just don't think that the speed buff is very useful. I mean, yeah, he's fast for a dwarf, but he's still a dwarf. Alright, so Skrulk's gone underground. There's the other army. Ooh, that's high-level stuff. Mission issued. Sign a non-aggression pact with the Southern Sentinels. War with the Southern Sentinels would only serve to weaken you and divide your attentions from the purpose of your expedition. A pact between you, however, could undoubtedly be a boon to both parties. Ensure that one of the following buildings has been constructed at Dwarf Keep. You have counselled me in the past of the importance of strong walls to keep the enemy at bay. Now heed your own words and build a keep of such strength as to be the envy of all. Gather the throngs. Once word is given that it's war, the message quickly passes down the ranks from kings to lords to thanes. Dwarfen resolve, more leadership. Ooh, armour for shield units. I mean, I wouldn't say no. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, let's go for the Dwarven resolve.
This plague has not taken.
I think what I need to do is attack you, then jump back to town. Unfortunately, you are too far away to support me properly. He should have been added automatically.
Something done right.
Oh no, he hasn't. Thank you. Right. I think I need to hire a couple more warriors just in case. Unfortunately, you've already taken the Sentinel of Time, so I'm not going to get this whole province completed, alas. Alright, the pub's done. So you're no longer losing public order. You could build a gem mine. Cheaper recruitment costs for ironbreakers and hammerers. I mean, for that alone, I'm tempted to make this area the unit construction zone rather than this. At least for hammerers. This is still a level 1 city. Let's go with the growth. No, let's go with the gems. Growth. Who needs growth when you got gems?
Ironbrow.
Let's throw in a save, because I feel like things are going quite well, but things could very quickly reverse.
No, blame you.
As Federif appears on the borders. Skrulk sieged us, which means a Federif cannot. So is Federif going to go for Sabaton? Foolish vain glory. They say you revel in victory. They say you spend more time erecting monuments to battles past than managing the realm. They say you are a fool. We'll see who's the fool.
Let us begin.
Alright, well actually this is giving Hugrim's army time to arrive on the scene. So I'm going to allow myself to be besieged for the turn. And I feel like I am going to get a character rune, if only for the runesmith. Get the rune of passage for Red Axe. Make him incredibly fast. I mean, still a percentage of a low number, so it's still not going to be very high. Ward save, armor. I mean, the character runes are better because they don't use up one of their valuable slots. I like ward saves where possible. I like armor. I like damage. Bonus versus large, maybe. Extra armor pierce would be good. Extra weapon strength would be good. I mean, most of these characters have 3 or 4 slots. I'm saving Frenzy because units in my army can get Frenzy automatically anyway. Let's go for that. I do use my characters usually in a bit more of a tanking role. That'll do for now. Okay. Right.
Runelord of Garagazol.
Let's get you pimped out. So we're going to give you the ward save. We're going to give you... Oh man, the armour does stack. 250 in armour. Here we come. Armour. Ward save. You are a defensive character already, so I think I'm going to take the defense for you. Only thing is there a character rune that increases character defense? There's the hit point one. There's the attack one. No. Can you stack the negative leadership for enemies? Probably. For dwarves, the speed should include fear, since, let's be honest, a heavily armoured dwarf running at you at high speed would be intimidating. That's true.
No, not for us.
Okay. A stranger comes. No.
For the wisdom of the layer.
Alright, is there anyone worthwhile I can replace you with? It's the same people. Well, considering who we are, I am tempted by the tactician. Leadership aura size and character aura leadership effect, but with dwarves we don't run away anyway. Otherwise, Grimnir. I'm going to bring you in instead of Red Run. So you are now in a position to basically earn yourself some experience. You can also use armor, ward save, defense.
Summon me if you dare. By the grudge bearer's will, we march. Tried and tested.
Alright, so you are going to need to fast march.
My axe thirsts for war.
Get
Shoulder
into town.
axes, lads. We move.
You attack that. I'm going to throw in a quick save. I'm hoping if I auto-resolve this that you guys don't die. Oh, it does show there! So I'm going to reload this.
Let's see what you're worth.
This is why we make a quick save. Because I had not hovered over the auto-resolve thing before, and it does actually show you the damage you will take if you hover over it. So you can tell at a glance if you're going to lose one of your units, so I don't need to do the quick save, do it, quick save, do it, like I used to. Let's try that again. So if I hover over this, it shows you that goes red, basically showing you that unit will die. That is really useful. So I'm just going to fight this regularly. What are those? Was the Dwarf Lord renamed? No, that is something we should do.
My axe thirsts for war.
And you are going to henceforth be known as S. Badkins. Quarrel Seeker. Right, let's do that again. Chieftains. I thought chieftains were lords. Oh no, warlords are lords. Huh, okay. So the only dangerous thing they have is the Plague Claw Catapult, which I might actually try to position... Yeah, no, that's going to be difficult to do. I was going to say I would try to get my Slayers in a position to go after the catapults, but I think I'm just going to use my catapult as an anti-catapult catapult. Dex Gaming X wants me to drink some tea. Grudge Thrower, Chimera, and Draugon, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. So my reinforcements come from the other side, but that's fine. Right, Iron Breakers sit in the middle. You sit next to them. You lot stand there. You lot stand there. You there. You there. 215 armour. Make sure I'm shooting the right thing. Did you? Yeah, you did. That's alright. Well, we left some men behind, so it's fine.
Thunderers! Taking aim! It is a reckoning! Moving out! Off we go! Wait, your man! Blood!
Alright, we should probably move you lot forwards.
Get moving!
And Quarrelers.
Ready to
Shoot the
strike!
Plague Monks.
War of vengeance!
And you can shoot whatever the heck you see whenever you see it. Let's do some Wrath and Ruin
The anvil's might!
on those guys. Just, you know, to make sure that they die. Yeah, like that. Excellent.
Will be ours! Move to attack! Grudge Thrower! Thorek Ironbrow!
They're trying desperately to do the extra damage. I should probably actually be a bit more careful during this battle, because the next battle is going to be genuinely difficult.
Thorek Ironbrow! Wrath and ruin!
Well, Skrulk just went down.
Grudge Thrower! To the forge! Casting the runes! Warriors! Let the vengeance begin!
Are they dead? Well, they'll have broken the siege regardless. Yeah, we took like double the casualties in this fight than we ever taken before. 215 armor. Might need some more. Yep.
You're no use to me!
Nope, he did not die. Well, that's interesting. Potion of toughness.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Alright, Thorek. You can get the Rune of Slowness. So we can hopefully get to Forge Fire. Imaginary, you also do, so we get another rune.
Foolish thing, no!
Attack!
You use less than half your movement doing this.
So it's war! Good! I've no use for you!
And then we can get back into the city. And there we go. Faction destroyed, clan pestilence. Excellent, 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 excellent. Now we just need to deal with you. Rat ogres, warp lightning, wolf rats, ratling guns, Jezraels.
If you want something done right, it is time.
We'll keep you as a second army. I don't see that being particularly problematic, particularly considering how much money we have right now. And as long as we continue investing in upgrading things, then I think that'll be just fine. Also, yeah, public order is a factor here. And we'll, I think, reduce the amount of money we're making. Recruitment cost goes down, growth goes down. Oh, of course, public order now tries to self-balance, doesn't it? Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's just too bad that the Sentinels of Time took that one province. But how do you like us now?
Rokasar, Hiwini Clanzo, Shusha,
Actually, having all three of those would be amazing.
Kargro,
About non-aggression and trade agreement.
Azerma,
That's one of our missions accomplished. And then the Cult of Sotek. Also likes us, so we're going to end up being pretty good buddies with the Lizardmen. And there we go. Sign a non-aggression pact with the Southern Sentinels. Done. And we have encountered the Blessed Dread over there, and they're actually in one of the cities that we need to angle ourselves towards taking. Probably should have used the potion, yes. Slabs of pure steel have less armor, probably. Okay, so Federaif has attacked. And you've attacked the city and you're just going straight for it. Oh, you've lightning attacked. So Esbadkins isn't in this fight. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's see how it goes. So you do have artillery, which is the warp cannon, which has less range than my catapult. Wait, when we fought this, wasn't it underground? Oh man, this thing's half underwater? That's gonna suck for us.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Yes, against Skaven. What level is this lord? That is a interesting question. One which I cannot answer because I can't actually see him. He is invisible. Oh no, there he is. It does not show you on this screen. These maps are fantastic, it's just a shame about the sieges. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Alright, so how do we want to do this?
Let the vengeance begin!
Well, I think that these guys are going to sit back here and just guard the end point for now. as there'll just be a whirlwind of axes and death. I feel like you guys want to go here on that corner where you can just throw your grenades at anybody that comes close. The only thing I need to be careful about is artillery. No, we're going to have you behind the wall. And the Longbeards are going to be the ones guarding this doorway. In fact, you know what? Let's have the Ironbreakers guarding the doorway. Because you guys have charge... Yeah, you have expert charge defense. And you guys are the anti-large, so basically wherever the large guys appear, we will send you.
For the ancestors! Yes! Dwarf warriors! For the ancestor gods!
Just to make sure we get access to all of the towers. Let's use you guys down there, because what we can do over here is use the crossbows. Unfortunately, we don't have any thunderers. That would have been nice.
Grudge Thrower!
Where's their artillery? Way back there. Yeah, I don't think my Grudge Thrower is going to be able to reach them. Even at maximum distance. I need a Dwarven Engineer, then I could. Let's put you back there. Then we have Dwarf Warriors.
Vengeance!
So let's put you here. Yep. And then we're going to have the 3 units of Dwarf Warriors back here, ready to deploy when I know where on earth we're going to get attacked from. And then we're going to have the Lords similarly down here, so we know where the danger is at its most severe. Alright, towers. I want the towers shooting the Warp Lightning cannon. And you can shoot the Rattlings, that's fine. You can shoot Warp Lightning cannon if you're able to. Oh man, that's 4 towers on those Warp Lightnings. That's gonna be nice. Alright, carry on. Those cannons are not going to last long. Okay, I do not like how they are just rushing down here.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Send you down there too. Okay, so they're going to be climbing up here. So let's send in some infantry to go and support the quarrelers, who are going to be brought back.
We plow through!
Like so.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Missiles ready! Move off!
Thorek Ironbrow! Oaths fulfilled!
We stay put. We'll guard it. They have wronged us.
That's fine. Yep, that's a bigger problem. The fact that they may actually break through that door before we get there. Towers. You can shoot at the Ratling guns now. They've captured that tower. Okay, that's interesting. Right. You need... to drop a speed buff on yourself so you do more damage.
Ready to serve. We stay put. Quarrelers.
Yep, and they're in.
By the layer's will. It is an order.
You're going to cast a rune of speed while casting. Alright, let's hopefully get you into this position quickly enough.
Vengeance begin.
Come on, tie down the rat ogres. Tie down the rat ogres.
Dwarf warriors. Longbeards. Come on them. Slay everything without a beard. Kazal.
Alright, we're going to send the slayers in after the rat ogres.
Slayers. Attack the air.
Alright, we caught you.
Dwarf warriors.
You're going to grab that doorway. And then life will be good again. Make sure the doom wheels can't escape. You're going to tie them down. You've grabbed them.
The runes glow.
And you're going to do a Oath and Steel on them. We just killed their general. And... barely scratched. Less than 400 damage taken in the interim. That's what I like to see. And my slayers are decimating the rat ogres, though I admit the regular slayers did take a bit of damage there. That's okay. Longbeards are taking some damage against the doom wheel. And the dwarf warriors are having an absolute whale of a time fighting against those.
Breakers.
Might bring the iron breakers over here. They seem to be throwing a lot of stuff over in that direction.
Kill them. To the forge.
Nothing ruin. Danger close. But hey, that worked.
Dwarf warriors.
Towers.
Yes, yes.
Not going to be needed again after this, so let's send in the reinforcements.
Grudge Thrower. Let the vengeance begin.
Drop another damage buff. Because why not? These abilities are awesome. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Go! Yes! Right
Ouch.
far, right fast!
Longbeards took a bit of a battering there, crikey.
Spellbreaking.
Stop running! I want to hit you with my hammer.
The runes are cast. Breakers. Thorek Ironbrow.
For the High King! Plow through!
Kill Orcs.
Dwarf warriors! For the Carrot Anchor! Dwarf warriors!
These doom wheels doing some damage. Ironbreaker's never even got to the fight.
Let the vengeance begin!
The clans unite!
Go faster!
Let us strike!
For the Karazantor!
Slayers! Move to attack! Dwarf warriors!
I want to kill the doom wheels if I can. Is this I immortal? This is I.
The clans unite!
I of the
Dwarf
Vortex.
warriors! Runesmith! The clans unite! Moving out for those dwarfen lights!
Okay, so we know that this doom wheel is going to have to go through this door. So I'm going to stick the Ironbreakers right here. And he's decided, nope.
Upon them.
Catch them!
Alright, Slayers are here.
Save by our reckoning!
Slow down. So we can hit you.
To the forge!
Alright, one down.
Come on!
I think that will probably do it. Good victory. We lost 160, they lost 800. I hope I didn't lose my long beards there. $230 armor. This is just getting to plot armor levels. Yeah, well, we have a runesmith who can craft his own armor basically, and he has been rather good at doing that. I'm going to take the growth in the public order this
I
time.
want gold, not prisoners!
I mean, yeah. And there we go. We got access to
Those
gems.
infernal Raki thought to challenge you and steal what is rightfully yours. They were no match for you. But it is unlikely this will be the last you see of them.
And we succeeded in that. So we now get the damaged missive, which is that 80% casualty replenishment. Federeef died. We've got a Choir Master, which is public order and untainted for Thorek. Thorek is strict.
For the wisdom of Valea, Thorek Ironbrow!
And you are now level 8. You are one level away from getting the Anvil of Doom! Forge Fire. Oh, look at that. An AoE enemy armor debuff. Oh, go on then. So not only do they need to live in fear of the fact that I have ridiculous armor levels, but they also have less. Harden armor is increased by an additional 5. Harden armor action. Armor is increased by an additional 5. What is the armor action? Is that his passive? No, his passive is Cleanse Corruption. His active is Scouting. So how do these work? Oh, it is an assist army. Ha! Cleanse Corruption is a constant local effect, so the assist army is the same as Scouting. Oh, jeez. Okay. Runesmiths are flipping phenomenal. Increases the armor of all units in the parent army by 5. Only one runesmith can apply this effect at a time. So basically this army wants to have 2 runesmiths, one with hardened armor, one with sharpened weapons. So that's 5, 8, 13. Okay. 220 armor. 140 on the Ironbreakers. Oh man, this means even the Slayers are going to get that armor buff. Yep. Forgive the ignorance, but you get proper artillery as the Dwarfs, right, and gunpowder, so in other words, they're the best possible faction in this game. Yeah. Yeah, you do. And also, they're the only ones that can fly. They have helicopters. Kubik, thank you very much for the 30-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Let's mark another grudge. They also have great facial hair, which makes them superior to all other factions. They even have beard armor. Like, you gotta protect those beards.
Yes.
See? It's not protecting his face, it's protecting the beard. We heard you like armor, so we put some armor on your armor. Gotta make sure the armor is properly armored. That's just makes sense.
No, you failed.
I wonder if I want to send Espadkins after you.
The council is disappointed.
Can't get any heroes here yet. So yeah, I need to recruit a bunch of runesmiths. So it's a good thing that Thorek is really good at recruiting runesmiths, isn't it? He gets a base level of plus 5 levels and the 25% G buff.
Ready?
Oh, that was something I wanted to check. Does the Slayer Shrine still allow you to recruit Slayers? Yep. So you can get Slayers just regularly through the grudges.
Thorek Ironbrow.
I mean, actually what I could do if I wanted to get both of these armies extra experience, I could just go move you to here.
It is time.
And then tell you to go and attack.
Settle this.
And if I auto-resolve, I just want to make sure that nobody dies. No, so I'm going to do a quick save. Auto-resolve. Nobody died. Except them. More public order buff.
On to glory for the
And there we go.
What's up?
You hit level 9 already. Oh, look at that. I can get some more armor. I think I would like some more armor for my armor.
Ready.
Let's properly get armored. Boot Archer.
If you want something done right,
You go back into town. There are some more Slayers available. Slayers in this army are cheaper. And now I really wish I could access the banner, because then I could give all of these guys the extra protection runes.
Rumney's will.
My
Yeah,
axe
okay.
thirsts for war.
So Mark of the Old Ones is also with Ultra the Horned Rat. We did not kill Skrull. Oh no, we did kill Skrulk. So we just got Clan Fester and Clan Spittle around somewhere. Are you sure you're getting the passive armor buff from the Runesmith? I think he's still on scouting mode.
Master
Yeah,
Runelord.
definitely. That's why these guys have 18 armor right now. Because he gives +8, and they would have 10 base.
Time for a reckoning.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you train up a couple more dwarf warriors. The thing you're lacking... You know what, you can go for one blaster. Use miners with blasting charges as your ranged unit, seeing as we can't actually get quarrelers yet. And we'll just push out and try to claim some more territory, I guess. Dwarven Resolve! The resolve of the dwarfs is legendary. Once they are set upon a task, nothing can stop them. We gain some negative growth. Alright, next technology. Interlocking shields. Oh, how's that? More armour. Oh, go on then, if you insist.
What? We march.
So you go for Mark of the Old Ones. Did we ever get military access through Sentinels? No, but I want it now. Thank you. Oh yeah, the Lizardmen really like us. They love the fact that we killed Skrulk. And that's another special city down there.
Runelord.
Wonder if anyone controls it. It's independent right now. What if we teleported?
All ways are best.
Oh, it's going to be the Blessed Dread, isn't it?
Admiral of Kar's fleets.
Mother of the Dark Convent.
Boudica? Here?
For the wisdom
What?
of the layer.
How's the public order looking? Pretty positive everywhere. Wait, the public order buff isn't... No, it's just local. Good. We are still losing money. That's one thing that I do need to be wary of. And somebody just blew up the Sentinel of Time. Which is a bloody good thing for me.
Armour and anvil.
Because that completes the
Seeking
province. Yoink!
Make it fit for the doughy.
I'll be having that.
Summon me if you dare.
Skaven? I'm shocked. Clan Spittle. There are a lot of Skaven down here. 3 clans in like this area. So we'll have to deal with the vampirates coming from over on that side. Oh no, that's Lockyer. Who's that? Bloodhall Coven. Huh. More Dark Elves. It may actually turn out the Dark Elves are going to be the big bad for us. So we've got Lockyer coming in. We've got Teclis down here. Oh no, that's the Cult of Sotak. Citadel of Dusk is Teclis. No, it's not. Is it? Yes, it is. Yeah, and he's at war with the Cult of Sotak. Wow, Teclis is having a really bad game. Bloodhall is a minor faction that starts north of Teclis. Okay. So because Teclis is doing so poorly... I mean, Teclis would basically ordinarily have expanded everywhere where I now am. Southern Sentinels. Let's get the trade going again. We have... No, that's not Teclis. I don't know where Teclis is. And Tomb Kings are actually relatively positive towards us at the moment. So, what do we think? Should we go after Clan Spittle? Probably...
My axe thirsts for war.
I was going to say not immediately, but actually...
Hornet One watches me.
it's only your army that's weak right now. And you're still going to hang around in this area. I'd say chances are very, very good that the Mortuary of Tlatzqua is their second city.
Let us begin.
Let's do it. Purge the Skaven. We're expecting a decisive victory. I would say that's very likely. Yep. Ogre mercenaries arrive with a great crump, crump, crump. A large group of ogres has appeared nearby. Though generally expected to attack and plunder any settlement they come across, it seems they do not seek a fight, at least not immediately, but are looking for the most lucrative call to battle that they can find. Wholly untroubled by morality or questions of good or evil, ogre mercenaries could be a great boost to your battle ranks should you choose to hire them.
Ogres, my lord. These brutish nomads are as strong as they are stupid, but do not underestimate them. They are hardy warriors and will cannibalize any foe that dares to cross them.
Heedless of borders and going where they please, the ogres arrive from the east. These hulking warriors fight not for loyalty or glory, but for the highest bidder, occasionally appearing nearby to offer their services to anyone willing to pay the price. Alright. And let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that ogres are good to go. I am still under embargo, so I'm not allowed to show you any of the new Beastmen or new Lizardmen units, but I'm fairly sure that ogres are good.
Raiding party!
Yep. I can. Lawmaster of Sotak, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Dowie stream. Long time no siege. Yeah, we're going to be fighting one very, very soon. So, ogres. Let's see what these guys are all about. Let me guess. You were playing Warhammer. I'm guessing you probably were. So, for those of you just joining us, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and we are currently playing as Thorek Ironbrow, who is the new FLC Lord, which is available on the 14th of July, when the main DLC is also released. And this is accompanying a overhaul of the Dwarves. Not an overhaul, a rework of the Dwarves. Was indeed, we're checking out the new Malagor campaign. Oh, very nice. So, yeah, basically Thorek is an interesting one because he's kind of like Marcus. He is the only dwarf. Well, actually, it turns out there are two dwarves down here. But you play in Lustria, which is a very big change of pace. So you're not just constantly fighting against vampire counts, orcs, and what else is bad in that area? Chaos. Instead, over here, you're fighting dark elves, Skaven. So many Skaven. Possibly Lizardmen, although at the moment the Lizardmen quite like us because we've both been beating up the Skaven. And you have access to the Artifact Forge. So basically Thorek is one of the most awesome runesmiths around, and his entire objective is to conquer different locations, which gives him access to these fragments of the different artifacts which he can then build. So for example, we've got Thugni's Tongs the Runesmith, which requires the left tongue and the right tongue, and that will upgrade our Miners and Longbeard great weapons, giving them sundering, extra damage, and then also reducing the cooldown on rune magic, which is important because rune magic has also had a massive overhaul.
Right.
Instead of being based on just pre-casting runes, you get runes which are on a cooldown. Whenever you use a rune, all of the runes go on cooldown, but on a lower cooldown. So say you use a rune, you'll get a 60-second cooldown with a 2-minute cooldown on the rune you just used. So then after 60 seconds you can use another rune, after 2 minutes you can use that rune again. It doesn't use winter magic, so you can just keep on casting them. So long battles kind of favour, well, Thorek kind of favours long battles, or just in general. You can also create runes and apply them specifically to characters or to your army, and these can get pretty darn strong. As you will probably notice, Thorek has an absolutely ludicrous amount of armour right now. 223 armour on turn 12, because I've been stacking armour runes. So I've got the Master Rune of Gromril, which gives armour. I've got the Rune of Iron, which gives more armour. We've got Thorek's Rune Armour, which gives more armour. So he's kind of tough to kill. So yeah, that's been going pretty well. We've just declared war on another Skaven army. We've just seen the ogres, which is what we were about to investigate, because the ogres are the second part of the Total War Access. So if you have a Total War Access account, you can redeem some free stuff. One of them being Thorek, so you can play in Lustria as the dwarves, and then the other one being the ogres. And the ogre camp is there. If I click on your army, this should become available. It hasn't. Do I actually need to go to it?
For a reckoning. Onward.
Yes, I think I do. So that'll have to be a next turn thing. Meanwhile, Thorek is recovering his troops. We have completed an area because Thorek just pinched it from some of the Lizardmen because it got blown up by the vampire coast. And in this area, I think that vampires and Skaven are going to become a problem. I mean, the Skaven I'm working on, so that's probably less of one. Let's just go with the growth for now. And Espadkins is leveled up, so this is our Lord. Put you in full plate armour. Just because I want you to be pretty hardy. Can I suggest a name for a unit in your army? At the moment, the names I'm using are subscribers. So if you would like to see your name appearing in one of these games, like Espadkins the Quarrel Seeker, Espadkins is one of my subscribers. Cheshireheim, the Dramon, Symbol X, Mortal Master, Darkness, War Wizard Games, thank you very much all of you for the follows. John Thon PD, thank you also. Welcome to the channel, good to have you joining us. Alright, onwards. Will be hard to get the other dwarf legendaries as a faction, at least in Mortal Empires. Mortal Empires you can't. You're like Marcus, you're on your own over here.
Recount the glory!
The prey herds come. Out of the forests they emerge, the horned beasts that stand upright in a vile parody of man. They are the cloven ones, the children of chaos, and they've come for us to tear down our civilization. The warherds are migrating and destroying anything in their path. Defend yourselves from the beastmen's wrath. So, just to set some expectations, if we come across a beastman army, which has some of the new units, I'm not allowed to show that, I can only auto-resolve it. And if we come across a Lizardman army that has new units in a battle, I can't show you them, I can only auto-resolve. And I can't play as either of the two new legendary lords that come with the new DLC. So they are in the game, they are present. I can do diplomacy with them, but I can't play as them. Right then, that Skaven army seems to be trying to slip away. Thorex at level 9. Ooh, Anvil of Doom time! Except, are you going to really reduce my armor that much? I'm going to put in a quick save here. I don't think it will, because this doesn't usually take into account upgrades you've had. But what does the Anvil of Doom do? Cause terror, cause fear. 40% magic resistance, 50% fire resistance, missile resistance, ward save. I don't think this is showing what the Anvil of Doom actually did. My armor didn't change. Oh yeah, and then these are upgrades because of the Anvil of Doom. I really want to get Rune Master. The miscast base chance reduction, the shared cooldown. Like, that shared cooldown is so good. Because it just means I can just keep on pumping out runes over and over again, and they are really strong. Anvil of Doom. Covered in the Rune Lord's ancient script, the Anvil is given form the most powerful runic weapons ever forged. So those runes are unchanged. Rune of Doom. This one's new. 16-second duration. Map-wide, 24 melee attack and cause fear. For all allies on the map for 15 seconds. Every 120 seconds. Okay. Locus of Power, here it is. Enemy casters within range suffer minor miscast explosion when casting, which is upgraded by the Greater Locus of Power. Cause fear and terror, that was new. 55% magic resistance instead of 50. Missile resist. Oh man, it just it gives me physical resist as well. Missile resist of 15%. Physical resist of 25% with my 225 armour. And the ward save, but the ward save was from previous runes. Forge Fire was an ability. I already had that one unlocked. So yeah, powerful. And it's going to be made even more powerful when I get things like the Veteran Anvil Guard, which are only possible with the Anvil of Doom. Sweet. Okay, Thorek, what do I want to do with you? Probably march you into Oxhill so you can continue replenishing. And just face off against Sniven. Now, that unit of... Oh no, you have 2 settlements again. I'm going to guess it's that one and that one. So which way do we go? Altar of the Horned Rat, which is a city location, or the mortuary. Actually, Altar of the Horned Rat, I think, is going to be the more important. However, before we leave, I'd like to recruit a couple more. Yeah, I can't really afford this. Yeah, my economy is kind of bad. Unfortunately, my growth is too slow because the public order was so bad for so long. Oh yeah, the ogres. Let's go and take a look. Ah, there it is. Cautiously entering the ogre mercenary camp, you realise it's not just a single ogre tribe that's arrived, but 3 separate tyrants marching their armies as one. Furthermore, it appears that each tribe has its own combat preference, the likely reason they've grouped together. A reasonable bribe should be enough to convince one of the 3 tyrants to lend you some of the tribe's considerable fat-laden muscle. So we can have the Head Eaters tribe, which will give us 2 ogres with dual weapons and a man-eater with great weapons. The Death Belchers, which are 2 regular ogres and 1 man-eater with an ogre pistol. Or the Mournfang Cavalry. 300 ducats each. I mean, I definitely can't afford these guys. Regular ogres aren't that expensive. Man-eaters are. Speed 75. That's like 3 times faster than any of my regular units. Okay.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move. Summon
Cavalry, that'll live long in your army. Yeah.
First we drink, then we talk.
Going on a boozer with the Lizardmen. Now that would be interesting. Yes to the non-aggression. Absolutely. We like the Lizardmen. They're on our side. We're both anti-chaos. And Oxhill is... You're trying to raid me. That seems like a bad idea. Raid any region belonging to the following race, Skaven. Seen by enraged Grugni, the stealing Thragraki raid our lands, taking our hard-earned treasures and innocent Dowie lives. Revenge is demanded. Well, let's kill them first.
Make them pay!
Yeah, I thought you might run. Unfortunately, I've moved as far as I can now.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Well, actually, I can move up to here with you. I think I need to take one more step.
Got then.
It's ambush stance. Damn it. Raiding stance takes 50, doesn't it? Yeah. Son of a...
It is time.
Let's set up a dwarven ambush. I cannot foresee how this could possibly go wrong. Sentinel of Time, do you have any rare materials? No. Sabaton has got pastures. Oxhill has animals, but I'm going to go with the dwarf outpost so I can start building the pub so we can have the increase in public order here, because it's a little bit concerning right now. The dwarven ambush is just a keg alone in the road. And yeah, pastures do give growth, I know. It was a mistake to build the... In fact, I probably didn't even build that. Sentinels of Zeti have been destroyed. Oh! Rite of Awakening, the Southern Sentinels. Sabaton. Let's tear that down, then replace it with a pasture. You managed to bypass me.
Ready. Aye, grudges will be settled.
Dum Grong! Undrin Got! Moving out!
Not enough warmth.
Well, actually, your army has recovered pretty quickly.
Think me fool, fool!
You're not very strong. Okay.
Fight!
You're even running away. Wait, you were an underground stance. You can't run. Hold on. What madness is this?
To battle!
What difficulty am I playing on? This is hard normal. You need to explore the ruins before raiding. Ah, okay. Do you actually need to pay for them up front, or just upkeep as soon as you can actually recruit them? That I'm not sure about. Other way around. Hard, campaign, normal battle. I really, really dislike the difficulty changes for battles because it just debuffs your armies and buffs theirs. Like, the battles I feel like should be fair. The campaign is where I like the difficulty being. And I used to play a lot on very hard. I just kind of decided that I personally just prefer hard. Personal preference. Alright, let's put you lot there. Let's move you to about there. Let's move you to about there.
Born of vengeance!
Let's put the gunners in the gap in as square a formation as possible so they can turn quickly. And then we'll put the blasters. You know what? Let's just put them in front.
It is a reckoning!
And then they can withdraw. And we'll put the boss man standing tall in front.
Aye!
Does the new lord replace the dwarf faction that was already in Lustria? No, which was a little weird. I was very surprised by that.
We have scores to settle! That'll do!
So they're still around. You get a very early mission to confederate them, but they are not replaced. Same here, plus if you're on normal battle, you can have fun with your units instead of being forced to have an optimized army. Exactly. There's nothing really in that army that scares me particularly.
It is a reckoning!
Don't waste your charges on this.
They have robbed us! Miners!
Man, you guys are so slow. I was thinking I could just run in, throw my grenades, and then run out. No, I don't think that's actually going to be possible. I'm going to back off, actually.
Blow through!
This is not the time to throw your grenades. Well, the gunners are opening up. Thunderers!
Killers! Come on! Shoot, lads! We are relentless! Miners! Aye! Victory will be ours! Yes! Bring them down! Grudge Thrower! Vengeance!
Okay, that was a bit too danger close there.
Bring the
Maybe
axe!
chuck them at the guys at the back.
Miners!
Possibly a better idea.
On!
Yeah, like that. Perfect.
For the ancestors!
Much better.
Miners! Targets Lord!
Shoot them.
Yes!
You out of ammo? You are. Alright, let's bring you over here.
We demand blood!
Then just have you charging into the side of them. Beautiful.
Grudge Thrower! Understood, Lord!
Grenades into the middle of this.
Dwarf Warriors!
You go and attack them.
Thunderous!
Oh, that may have just blocked my gunners. No, you guys are fine. It's the advantage of dwarves. You can shoot over their heads because they're short. Keep on spawning these on top of my army. On top of my close combat guys. Probably do with being a little bit more danger close. Yeah, otherwise they just go straight over your head.
Lord!
So unfortunately this army doesn't have a runesmith, so I don't have any of my massive rune buffs.
Grudge Thrower!
Okay, now you're saying that's too close.
Kill them!
Fair enough. There you go. Yeah, that was a little instance of friendly fire there, buddy. How about you shoot them instead?
Ready axes!
I think that might be a better idea. How many of these pop-ups do you have? It's getting a bit now ridiculous now, guys. Come on.
We demand blood! Grudge Thrower!
Alright, Skaven are starting to falter.
We will have vengeance!
Yes, Badkins has been absolutely blitzing their general.
Thunderous! Dwarf!
Make sure he dies.
Ready axes!
You have your orders.
Right? Kasuk!
On Thunderous. One more volley. Come on. One more. Come on. Come on. Come on. Damn. Oh, no, we got it. Oh, not a single shot here. Disappointed!
Move now! War of vengeance! Anew! Pump those dwarfen legs! Move to attack! For Grenadier! Dwarf Warriors! Move now! Yes! Very well! Down! Dowie, attack! Yes! Dowie, attack! For the ancestors! For the Karazankur! Kazook! Thunderous!
Thunder is in a really good spot here.
Yes!
So I think I might pull you guys back.
Pump those dwarfen legs!
Just so we don't lose them.
Dwarf Warriors! The clans unite! Dwarf Warriors! Attack! Off we go! Yes, Lord! Retreat! Surrender!
There we go. Another glorious victory for the good guys.
Thunderous!
The Thunderers actually used pretty much all of their ammo. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. 200 kills. Okay. MVP went to the catapult, unsurprisingly, but Thunderers probably did second. Yep. One of the blasters was just behind, though. I love the smell of gunpowder dipped in ale. Skavens are the good guys. Yes, yes! No. No. 300 losses. 1,393 kills. Not as good as Thorek's army. But that's partially because this guy doesn't have as many ranged units. Thunderers, yes, but no Quarrelers. So I can take the Oath Gold and the money. Right now, I actually have loads of Oath Gold. This is not in my province, is it? So we'll take that one. Oh, it was. Okay.
On to glory for the ancestors.
Stroller's Rune. Speed and Vanguard. I mean,
Thorek Ironbrow.
having that on one of the Slayers would be pretty amazing. Can't give it to you, can I? No. What I can do is do this. There we go.
Let us begin.
Alright, Espadkins has leveled up again. And I think I'm going to make you hard to hit. Just make you even more tanky, because that's clearly what you need.
Arcane wisdom. Think me fool, fool.
Aye.
And you are in a position to recruit more, but I really don't think I should. I have a question, please. What expansion to EU4 do I think is worth buying? Just got the basic version now, thank you. First of all, thank you very much for the donation. Very much appreciate that. In terms of which expansions, it's funny you should ask that. Because very recently I put together a list. For reasons. And the must-haves, I said, were Wealth of Nations, Art of War, and Common Sense. Wealth of Nations adds merchant republics, privateering, trade companies, Hindu faith, Reformed faith, canals. Art of War adds revolutions, league war, more diplomacy, warfare enhancements, vassals, army navy templates, and mothballing. And then Common Sense adds theocracies, free cities, English government, Protestant faith, Buddhist faith, subject interactions, government ranks. And then from there you can basically expand outwards. The second tier of expansions was Conquest of Paradise, Rights of Man, Cradle of Civilization, Rule Britannia, Mare Nostrum. And if you want those listed more properly, then please do head over to my Discord and ask me there, because then I can more easily answer it while I'm not playing another game. And you can find that Discord link. If someone wants to type in !Discord, that would be very, very helpful. Am I hyped for Victoria 3? Absolutely. Like, I will admit, I haven't been doing my due diligence. I haven't been reading the dev diaries yet. I really should sit down and go through them one of these days. Just haven't really had time. But yes, I really liked Victoria 2. I thought Victoria 2 was excellent. And I also like Wiz and the work that Wiz does. So I'm looking forward to 3. We're going for Victoria 4. I must admit, I had to laugh so hard when Victoria 3 was announced, and like immediately in chat during the announcement, chat was just filled with Vicky 4 when. It was brilliant. I was like, yes, you guys have not failed us here. I think I'll probably just auto-resolve this.
So it's more. Good.
Gotcha.
Cough up and clear off.
Under More Sleeves Glare, we are going to have some War Fervor to improve the Omen. Actually, no, we're going to risk his wrath. It's fine. Pigeon Plucker Pendant is a debuff for flyers, but also gains some hit points. Interlocking shield. Dwarfs excel at shield walls. Over the years, the guilds and the clan's request have experimented with interlocking shield designs. +5 armour for shield units.
Armour and anvil. It is
Can be a shield unit? I think you do. These guys definitely do. As do these. 108 armour on regular dwarf warriors.
Iron will.
Oh dear. Okay, so next level. This is for Imaginary Exponent, who can get another point in Scooting a Boot, which we will do.
I'm listening.
Then I think what we're going to have is...
For the wisdom of Valea. As the High King commands.
You're going to head towards the mortuary, and you are going to head towards the altar of the Horned Rat. Because that is probably a fortified settlement, whereas this one isn't. Probably. Okay. Subaltern can now get the pastures, which increases growth and replenishment. There are still no other buildings to be got here. How are we doing for surplus? You need 2, you need 2. So in 4 turns you can upgrade. In 6 turns you can upgrade. Wow, the growth here is appalling. To the point where I think I'm going to tear down the recruitment building and build a growth building instead. Call upon the oaths of old. Recruitment cost for longbeards. I don't have that many longbeards. What I do have, though, are dwarf units or hand weapons. No, my economy needs help. So I think it's time for the Khazid subsidies. Although the missile strength would also be good, but no, let's go for the money. Income. Played it in Victoria 2, not good at it, but I like the idea. Little Warfare, much more just sit there and play with the sliders and economy. Yeah, it's a much more economy-based game, and you can quite happily play through Victoria and never fight a single war. One thing which I thought that Victoria 2 actually did really well was the evolution of warfare from the Napoleonic era to World War One, and just the massive escalation of army sizes. Which is a little lame. Gee, I wonder if the altar of the Horned Rat has Skaven in it.
Ironbrow.
Yeah. The migration. A great migration comes to our borders. Welcome. Alright, let's go.
Always up best.
Normal movement to
Quick about
here. Skaven! And now I can properly do these. I'm going to cancel all of my runes. Then I'm going to do the bonus versus large for you. I'm going to do the speed and vanguard for you. And then the ward saves for all of them. And I'm going to continue that siege for the moment. Because I want to see if his clan spittle over on this side too. Oh, you're not going to reach it this turn, are you? Next turn you will, though.
Moving.
Next turn. When can I start building shrines? Is it shrines I'm thinking of? I know I was thinking of something in specific, and then as I was saying, I'm like, nope, I've already forgotten. Wow, that was poor.
Avenge the ancestors!
I have no idea what I was thinking of.
Yes.
Nope, it's gone. Alright, well, we may as well press the advantage and go for these guys. They have 2 units of Night Runners, but that's about it standing before us. And I know that these guys still have 2 cities, so I'm fairly sure the other cities are the one on the other side. That side for you guys. Happy Sneck Cheshireheim. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Okay, and it's this one again. I should probably have just auto-resolved this battle. Let's have you lot in front. Followed by you lot. You lot. And you. Put you and you in front.
Will of Iron!
And who have I forgotten? Longbeards! Right, you. Blow that up. Please and thank you. And in case they do the throw people at the back line, I've turned off the iron breakers. In case they do just what they just did. On top of the Slayers. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to pop up under the Slayers. Just saying. Though actually the Slayers took a fair amount of damage. It's because these are the Vanguard Slayers, they're not the heavily warded ones. Almost. Alright, let's have you lot. Actually, to be fair, I should probably do something like this.
Moving out.
And then the artillery.
Very well. Fire at will.
Go ahead and bombard them. Snipe some of the slingers there at the back. I mean, we're getting good enough experience level now that even at this range we're super accurate. Actually, having the Quarrelers shoot into them, seeing as they're facing away from us, would be really effective. So much so, I think I might actually do it. Okay, so we're getting up to the walls. You guys did not move. Son of a bitch. It's because they kept on popping people under us. Oh, that's really annoying, because now I'm not going to have my runes here on the front line. Damn it. Okay, that unit's getting kind of buffeted right now.
Slayers!
I mean, we have more reinforcements really nearby, so I don't think it's going to be particularly problematic, but it would have been really nice. Oh, you know what? I could do this.
Strike the runes!
Let's get our global rune done. Clonk. Oh, of course, you can't climb anymore. You can still come and stand over here, though. Oh, these are actually going to put paid to that guy.
Yes! The runes are cast!
Ah, good. Got the rune off. Okay, now we're getting some protection.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Let's add a damage buff. All of you.
And home!
They're using magic.
The clans unite! Dwarf warriors! Slayers!
I mean, you guys have got almost 200 kills, so it's not like you've just been slacking and getting killed.
They have wronged us!
Thorek Ironbrow!
2, 1, 0. Oh, don't move. Don't move. Yeah! Haha, sit down!
Slayers! Let me Dwarf warriors! Slayers! Yes! Yes!
200 kills on those Slayers. They have definitely done their job. And there's still more to do. How are you lot doing?
Slayers!
Slayer's gotta slay.
The runes glow!
Casting the runes!
I, the layers, will...
Wrath and ruin!
Well, there's the victory. We have done what we needed to do. So who got more kills? The Catapult or the Slayers? 257. That's going to be hard to beat. Yeah, the Slayers won that one. Okay. My man Thorek literally taking his anvil with him to the battlefield to continuously refresh his army with fresh arms. Absolutely. 295 kills. When you factor in the rest of the army being slaughtered. I'll be taking this. Ooh, siege holdout reduction. Okay. Leadership +3 when laying siege. Headhunter jungle has been secured, so we're going to add. Well, actually, this one really needs to have the Untainted Public Order buff because the Ultra Horned Rat is having some problems. Go ahead and build the refractory. Meanwhile, Thorek, level 10. I would like you to become a Rune Master, please, for that additional reduction in Rune Master magic cooldown to be awesome. And you are going to double down on the Rune of Oath and Steel.
My axe thirsts for war.
And now, because we're so close to the province over here, I should be able to normal stance, check the town. Or they're just going to attack me. That's a lot of clan rats. That's an awful lot of clan rats. They have 3 units of ranged, and that's it. This is a lot of meat to grind. That is true. So, do we know if there are Skaven in this city yet? I'm not sure. Haven't made up my mind. It's supposed to be a great honour to carry the Lords, isn't it? Yes, yes, definitely. Oh, hey DM Lake. How are you doing? More component cast on Monday, I believe. Looking forward to it. Zep hasn't managed to blast anyone for a while. I also need to talk to Midge, actually, about creating firearm rules for his new blunderbuss. Am I sassing you? I mean, maybe. Right. I'm just kind of looking at the time because I've got 2 minutes before this stream is due to end. And I would like to leave a little bit of content for tomorrow. And in fact, I think I'm going to call this one here. So we've got the quick save in. We will fight this battle tomorrow. So I'm going to say thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. And if you would like to see more of the Dowie in their expedition in Lustria, then I do hope you'll join me for more tomorrow. This is going to continue 5 PM British summertime tomorrow. I'm going to head off and get something to eat, and I need to do some preparation because tonight is Dungeons & Dragons night. We are going to be playing some more of Digital Dragons with the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden module. It is a fantastic game so far. It has been an absolute blast. I am the Dungeon Master in it, and I really do hope that you guys will come and join us for that game tonight, midnight, going into Saturday morning, British summertime, or 7 PM Eastern Standard. It's a little bit more America friendly because all of the players are American. I am the only Brit at the table. But like I said, it's been a fantastic game so far. I really do hope you'll join us for that. And you can find that at the twitch.tv/DigitalDragonsGM channel, which McCappyface has just linked to. Thank you very much for that. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking. I will upload this game either tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, so that you can catch up on anything you may have missed. If you want to see more stuff over there, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button over on that side. And while we're talking of subscriptions, if you would like to support the channel and everything that I do, then please do consider subscribing here on the channel, or you can also check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. You're also playing Icewind. Awesome. I've been having a blast with it, actually. It's like I've played a couple of modules, and I've read through a couple of the modules, and Icewind's just... I hope they do more like Icewind. I really do. Anyway, that's it for me for now. We should go and see who else is streaming right now so that I can pass on the favour that all of the great streamers did for me. Total War, Warhammer 2. Let's see who else is on. There is actually a consolidated links, but it doesn't have all of them, because I try to keep the running spam low. Hit me up on Discord. We'll talk about it there. Who shall we raid? Fodzy's on. Is Fodzy playing new stuff? No, he's not. I don't think anyone's doing the new stuff. Why is this in a weird order? There we go. Now we're in a proper order. Yeah, it looks like the only ones that are doing the new lords are French, I'm afraid. Cheers, Mordred. Got to go deal with a leaky sink just so we get into the long holiday weekend. Now that's timing. Oh! Yeah, let's go and raid Fodzy. Fodzy does good stuff, and he is currently playing as Azhag. So this is not the new stuff, unfortunately, but it is a little bit more Total War Warhammer. So head on over to Fozzie, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat lit up by the Viking Raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking Raid just like that, or if you are a subscriber and have access to our longships, you can bring those along for the ride. Instead, Mighty Sharp, Rapture's Delight, Happy Snack, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Right, that's it for me for now. I will see you midnight tonight for some Dungeons & Dragons, otherwise tomorrow 5 PM for a continuation with Thorek. Until then, goodbye everyone. I'll see you soon.